Well, we're live. Hello, everybody. I just pressed the button. I'm
Oh,
not doing the
boy.
whole rigmarole. We're just gonna get it going.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still losing my mind. I need 3 to 5 business days to recover from that.
Go ahead.
It's fine. I'm fine.
I want to talk about
I'm not crying. You are.
I want to talk about the Barbie trailer.
Okay,
We can talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about that during the
Is that right?
podcast.
Where would be a good time to talk about it? I guess
Probably the
just-
checkpoint.
Okay. we
Not
can
the
talk about
checkpoint. No, what
I mean,
about patch notes?
5 second review is I.
it. All right, cool. I thought it was a cute way to introduce us to the Barbie. We did it now. Congratulations. It's over now.
Let me tell you what
It was just a teaser trailer. So.
Yeah, let me tell you what
Yeah,
Barbie
but-
means to me.
The teaser trailer. What I liked about it though was that it was 2000. It was Stanley Kubrick's 2001, and that was the whole thing about it. I was like, this is weird for a Barbie fucking movie. I'm in. Let's go.
You know what's weird? A Barbie movie.
Suck a dick, Christopher Nolan. All right, Fee, I'm back. I'm back alive.
Are you?
Oh, we'll see. Let's see. Do I got anything else in here? Yeah, that's up and running. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna change my shirt. I forgot that I'm still wearing my work shirt.
You are where you were.
I'll be right back.
Are we live? Wait.
Yeah, we are live. Hello, everybody.
Wait, I just. This man really just left to go switch his shirt. He said, "Hey guys, I don't give a fuck about any of that live shit. We're going live. Also, I'm gonna go change my shirt." Oh man, how's everybody been? How's your week's been? Like other than gaming and stuff like that.
It's good.
Wow.
Decent.
I'll tell you. I've been doing a whole hell of a lot of nothing, and it's
I feel
been
that.
delicious.
Yeah, I've been getting hella days off at my job, so I've been doing absolutely nothing.
I finished my final and then went into a fugue state for like 3 days straight.
How Walter White did it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You guys know that Ash and Pikachu are gonna be going to the sunset?
That's
Yeah.
fucking sick. They're sunsetting Ash, bro, and Pikachu.
Pikachu will never be will never be a Pokemon ever again.
They're just gonna kill
What?
off Pikachu right there
They're
and
gonna
then.
kill Pikachu.
Team Rocket is finally gonna steal him.
Yeah. Imagine if that was like the end.
Right. Yeah, no, that's gonna be cool. I mean, good for anybody who's like rode that train for that long. You know what I mean? Like, finally, some fucking ending.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what they're gonna do now, like with future characters.
They already talked about
They already announced. Yeah, they already
They
talked
already
about
announced
it.
it. Fuck,
New
I didn't
cast.
see that.
Yeah, brand new cast.
People are theorizing that it might be Ash's daughter. They're gonna time jump.
I hope they time jump. I've been saying they had to time jump for years for that character. Just give them something new.
Yeah.
Ash has been 11 years old for his entire life.
for a long time.
It's like a weird Pokemon conspiracy of like one of the legendaries did it to him.
How Percy Jackson will never turn 18.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He has to
basically.
eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
How long has he been 18? A long
A few
time.
years. A few years. You know what I mean? He's not as long as Ash.
Ash has been 11 for like what, like 15 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
15 years. Actually, I think Arthur probably steals the cake in terms of like eternally young characters who are just stuck in their age. Arthur's been around for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, get that party started.
Jesus, what the fuck, dude?
What
I don't
happened?
have a mixer.
But what? Did you just take a straight shot?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm gonna.
God, I wish it was me.
Chasing that down with water.
Before we get kicked off, I should fill my water up more.
Get some
Sorry.
water.
Not to be Mario about it, but
Get some water. Should've
It's
got
okay.
water
It's
when I
giving me
got
time to
water.
tweet because I'm
Yes,
tweeting.
thank you for that. Let's see here. What else has been going on? What else has been going on with you guys?
Funny enough, I just asked the same question.
Frank, what do you? How was those carnitas you had earlier?
No, they were all right. I
They're
didn't get to
all
eat much of them.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say?
Although I am hungry. I'm hungry as shit too, man. What am I ordering on Uber?
Oh, you could have got tacos, but you got tacos at work.
I already got time.
I mean, burgers on the menu. It's Saturday. It's Friday, so pizza's always a good option.
And I had a really terrible pizza yesterday.
Oh no.
That flatbread house pizza.
Oh, is it that bad?
Yeah, it just wasn't. It just didn't taste good. You know how like you order. And this is not to like shit on ghost kitchens, but I'm also going to shit on ghost kitchens.
Oh yeah.
You know how you get food and you taste it and you sit there and go, "This had to have come from a ghost kitchen."
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it tastes.
I see.
Yeah.
While I was up, I also grabbed a St. Lucia roll because
I thought that was a mushroom.
it
Like you just,
it was
a
St.
comically
Lucia Day
large
this
mushroom.
week, so I made St. Lucia rolls, which is always a fun time.
Mm.
We love celebrating obscure Christian saints' days.
Shout out to St. Lucie.
St. Lucia is one of my favorites.
St. Lucie does
It's a great time.
Our prediction for 2023, is that what we're gonna do? Pre-predictions?
Yeah.
Oh man, 2023 is interesting.
you put it on the board.
Yeah, I put it on the board because I'm like, y'all need to think.
Oh.
Thinking ahead, starting early.
Yeah, why not? I want to see next year when we're recording this podcast, who's right, who's wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Next year's going to be an interesting one. Do we have a list of what's coming out next year? We should probably get that ready.
I can get that.
I
for
got
you.
it.
All right, thank you.
'Cause next year is stacked.
Yeah,
That's if everything comes out next year.
this is true.
This is there was 1 year where we just had almost a gaming renaissance in terms of just releases. I want to say it was 2016.
So this is all the way up to. So we only have dates up to July.
Okay.
We don't have anything after July.
Other than we just got Spider-Man's coming fall. Oh, I just lost audio. For some reason, Discord. There we go. Can you hear me now? Yeah, they said fall in their blog report. Yeah. Venom. God. Frank, get ready for your episode. It's coming up soon. Yeah. No, we'll get to you. We're almost there. Did you, speaking of Wesley Snipes, did you see what they did for Midnight Suns today? They didn't put Wesley Snipes in, but they put Michael J. White as Blade, as a playable skin. Yeah, like that's actually a really cool kind of casting. I agree. Oh no. Let's see. Things stopped working. Here, 1 second. Dude. It is currently on YouTube.
On YouTube, and I'm just pointing everyone in the wrong direction.
There.
That would be hilarious.
Lucas, let me know if we are live with audio. It was working a second ago, but Discord crashed on me.
Oh yeah, Lucas is off tonight. Maybe I should just like not host this week and just bring Lucas in, and he
Do
can
it.
actually do it on the
Fucking Lewis,
podcast.
why
Why
join
not?
us?
Actually,
What
a
you should
two-seater.
probably do, Fee,
What?
is put the actual link to the video instead of putting.
Here,
progress.
I'll get
Oh
you,
my god.
I'll get you the little. I'll get you the video. Here, 1 second. Copy.
So
I might have to
picky
get up
for
in a
somebody
second.
who's not doing it.
Correct.
I'm just saying,
Damn.
if they go to point of progress, they're
Bam.
not going to see it,
There
right?
you go.
So,
Yes, they
Damn.
will. but
Will they?
okay.
It'll be on the main
Yeah.
page, and it'll say they're
It'll be on the
live,
main
and then it'll be on the main page.
That's
Yeah.
nice for the user.
Damn. But you know what?
Down.
You could also click the video right there. So you just
You know what's kind of cool?
we pressing the live button.
When you go to Point in Progress, the YouTube channel, the first thing you see is a giant banner that says live.
Where
Fun
did you
fact.
post this? Did you post it in
It's
the
in
live
our
chat?
In our chat.
Freaking why? Every time, dude.
'Cause I figured that'd be a easy place to post it. I guess.
I quit.
Okay, I'll post it everywhere next time. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Don't
It's
kill me.
fine.
Don't kill.
I
me.
just have to delete our tweet.
That's right. Oh, I've done it before. Or you've done my tweets before as well.
I know. What I love is when we're supposed to tweet about us going live and you post it on your own Twitter rather than on the PIP one. And so then
You know the
it's
reason
just
why.
like,
You know the reason
That's
why.
my favorite thing.
You know,
You know the reason.
My
why I did
God.
that.
you know.
I mean, here's
Look
the
at this
deal.
man. This man's look at the camera, Mario.
Man, I'm sassy right now. I shouldn't be
why.
sassy.
Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes.
I disagree. I think Mario deserves all of the sass today, Fee.
Don't do it again. Dude, no. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Oh my God. I'm just going to go grab my blackberry gin and just sit here and just drink gin straight. Why not?
That's
Everyone's doing it.
There you
Just
go.
joking. I'm not doing that. I don't need like a weekend
Just
hangover.
Ask Lucas, please bring my gin.
What do we
Jimmy.
have to convince Lucas to be on a podcast?
Okay. How can we convince you to be on a podcast?
I mean, yeah, you
Lucas?
could just he's
Yeah.
right in the chat.
He's been on the show. I mean, a stream. He has officially been on here.
He has been on a stream, yeah.
Yeah, didn't we catch a wild Lucas last week during the Game Awards? It was
Yes.
wild. It was a rare sighting.
Indeed.
I don't think we were live. Maybe.
No, we were live.
Oh shit.
We were live, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was just like, I'm happy
pretty sure it
to.
was Lucas's first.
Lucas,
appearance
Lucas,
with
you're
the channel,
always
but-
welcome on this podcast. Just let us know when you're free, and we'll do an episode. We'll kick Fee out mid episode.
Okay. I mean, if you need me to leave mid podcast, just let me know and I'll
It would just be more dramatic that way, right?
skedaddle, you know?
You just tag.
I'm
team.
hosting this
Just tag
week.
team, just
It's for the content. Oh yeah, the tag. Do that. Do a tag team. Just like tag
You
out.
gotta do it for
every
the
other segment.
content. Okay.
Liz always
I'm
makes
also-
fun of me for how I say content, which I
Content.
definitely got from mocking Ian Preschel.
Oh my
So,
god. I miss that boy.
I'm
Nice.
patiently waiting for my groceries to get here as
I
well.
also miss that boy.
Yeah, I got some drinks. I got some Arizonas.
Mm.
Should be actually here already.
Yeah,
I
Harv
fucking love
is
Arizona.
6:17.
would go to a single podcast without you ordering groceries in the middle of it.
Yeah, because I have to do it every Friday. That's just how it goes.
You could do it before.
It's Friday.
I
did,
night,
I did.
and Saturday,
I ordered them
Sunday,
right when I got home today.
it's Friday
Mm.
night.
What's the Canadian equivalent of an Arizona?
Do you know what's also really cool?
Arizona.
Do you guys
Yeah, we
have
have
them over there?
Yeah.
That's
We
interesting.
have
Okay.
them over here, yeah.
Hello, Carlos.
I thought the show started. I was like, yes.
Hello!
And
Hello,
I
Carlos.
have another Canadian Arizona question.
Okay, what's up?
Is it still 99 cents over there?
Yes.
No, it is
Well, no,
126.
it's 126. Yeah. It's not. Isn't it like no? Isn't it like 97 plus tax? Right? Isn't that what it is?
On the can, it says 126 now because they can only charge
Really?
126
That's
because that is
awesome.
the
That's so interesting. Can I have one of you guys send me one of those cans?
I would be glad to if I don't get in trouble for sending you liquids over the border.
That's true, actually. Like, what's over the border is a bad thing.
Drink out of it first and then send in the can.
Oh yeah, actually the can itself. Is
Okay,
fine.
you know what?
I
I'll
want-
just send you the can. They'll be
I
like,
just
what
want
the
an
fuck?
Arizona can that says $1.26 on it. That's
I
just
mean,
so weird
I'll
to
have
me.
to send you more stuff. Like, I feel like I have to like
Yeah,
send you like maybe some
Because the amount of cost that she's gonna have to spend
Arizona
just
can
to
will
send
be-
something over the border, I feel like you should send more.
Actually,
Okay.
I did price that out. It's like $50.
Okay,
It's really
I
expensive
have-
sent up to fee.
This week, I'm going to get in Arizona. I'm going to
Okay.
collect some Canadian snacks for you and Mario, and I'm going to
then-
send it to you.
You stuff the can with the snacks.
Hear me
You-
out.
Yeah.
What if you also send them snacks for me, and then they can send it from
No,
Chicago?
you got to
to
drive over
Washington?
here.
What? What?
Yeah, drive over here. You come pick it up. It's pickup only.
You pick that shit up yourself.
I don't know. I'm
You're
scared.
stateside, okay?
Sex is pickup only.
This is getting exceedingly more expensive as this conversation goes on.
Can you
I
send
mean,
me
I
Theodore
still don't-
tugboat merch?
No, because it's in like Ontario now.
Damn
And-
it!
Okay,
Also,
You don't
hear
have
me
any
out,
discount
Frank.
over there?
Can I have somebody else pick it up in person
That's
from
fine.
you, and then mail it to me?
That would work.
oh my god.
Be like, hey, Marissa, I need you to go find.
Do you guys have like? I don't. So are we waiting on anybody? I don't want to keep this Arizona time.
I might have to go downstairs. 'Cause
All right,
there's like
bet.
30. There's like 20 people waiting in the
Do
elevator.
you guys have any
Go down.
exclusive Arizona flavors?
No.
So no, like Canadian only. Like
Right now, Shoppers has Arizona iced tea for $1.79.
Well, that's fucking ludicrous because that is going against what the can says.
what does the can say?
We love a
It's-
markup.
Good mark. Are you sure it's not one of those fat bottles? Though the fat bottles go for $2. If it's like the glass bottle one, it's like almost $3. Just because you're paying for like the glass.
Oh, sorry, it's 129. I'm sending you the photo right now. He's not coming back for 40 minutes as a heads up.
He's gonna lock himself out.
No, it's because there's 20 people waiting for the elevator. So
Wow.
he's going to be there forever.
Oh,
All right,
that's
well,
hilarious.
let's
We'll
start.
give him to the
Oh
give
my
him to the top of the
God.
30, and we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm going to give him 5 minutes.
Frank,
Yeah, no, you know what? He has
Thank you,
30.
5.
You know what? 8 minutes. We start at 6:30 PST.
Okay.
Carlos is asking, is Mystic Drinks available in Canada?
That's interesting.
What's Mystic Drinks? Let me see this.
It's another like iced tea brand, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
Mystic drink.
I've seen this before. Where I like some
Sure.
places on Uber Eats actually have this like as an option.
Seen what?
Mystic Drinks.
I don't know what mystic drinks are.
Here, 1 second. Studio mode, checkpoint 2. And if I go to Mystic Drinks, Mystic.
Man.
If you can see.
Sarah Natachini posted a very sad TikTok about
I'm
like,
gonna watch the music video again, so if I'm doing any weird things with my face, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Do weird
Yeah.
things.
What was going on, Fee? What did you say?
oh, I said Sarah Natachini, who is the voice actress for Ash Ketchum, posted a very like
Funny enough, I was just looking at that then. I didn't know her. I didn't actually know her name.
Yeah.
Ferricini. Yeah, if you can see on the screen right now, there's a Mystic
Natachini.
here.
concerned for a second because I'm like I was checking out something. I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't be like putting on this video because I'm not the one streaming this.
Yeah, they can't see it. You can give it to me in that link. Like I'm gonna share your photo of these cans. There we go.
I mean, I'm just watching Joy Corsefa be like attacked by 11 puppies.
That's a sight. Frank, James Cameron said this about Avatar, okay? He said, James Cameron says the Avatar sequels will make you shit yourself with your mouth wide open.
What?
Yo, what
You
the
know
fuck?
what? We gotta see
Do you
Avatar.
want to? Do you want to go tomorrow? You want to go tomorrow? We'll just go after work. Fuck it.
Oh, man. Do I got anything going on tomorrow? I don't think so.
Yeah, why not? Let's just go see it. We got to go see this movie. I mean, you got to go see. We have to go to the theaters to go see this movie, right?
Yeah.
The question is, do we go for 3D or do we just watch it regular? I'm saying regular.
I'm watching. No, I'm gonna see it in 3D. Like,
okay, then let's fucking watch it in 3D then.
I just won't see it in the Dolby 3D, so it's just like an extra $30.
Should we go to AMC then if we do go?
That's the thing. Is like,
because like I don't remember AMC's 3D theater being good.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless they changed it. Because it's gonna be those fucking like boofoo ass seats that you from like the old days, from the days before we would start going to Dolby.
Yeah, Dolby seats. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know if I could sit in that boofoo ass seat for like three hours, but it's gonna be a better time.
Yeah.
In terms of just everything, the food's gonna be better. They're actually gonna have food. It isn't gonna look like World War III in there, like it was last time. I think we just caught it. I think we just caught that other theater on a bad day.
We caught it on the worst possible day, I think.
Yeah, they were a little unprepared for that movie.
Yeah, for Black Panther. Yeah, well, let's talk about it tomorrow, possibly.
Oh, he's back. He's gone.
He's gone. He's back. He's gone.
I saw a wild Harv there for a second. It was
Sly's crying now. What happened? The last music video, they were like all over the place, and now they're crying.
The same video.
Smart Dex. What the fuck is Smart Dex?
There's like
Samsung Dex.
So good.
I'm looking.
There's so many people waiting in the lobby right now.
Did
you just run? Did you just push them away? Push them to the sides? Like, I need to
I
get
took
back
the
to my
stairs.
podcast.
I went down the stairs.
What a legend, dude.
Smart.
What about times that you were stuck downstairs for like 2 hours?
Look, I wasn't gonna ask me. I wasn't gonna ask.
No, so for some reason the elevators have been down recently, so they unlocked the first 20 floors now.
Oh,
So you can go up and down them.
So you're locking your door now because it's unlocked?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh.
What I used to do is like if I need to go downstairs and that happened, I put like a little cardboard thing right where the door is, so it stops, so it doesn't close, so I can come back up again.
Yeah. Trust me, we would have saw the whole thing. It would be wild though, like someone in your cabinets and shit. That'd be fucking
what's this man got in here? Let me see the beans.
God damn.
Oh my god. Okay.
You know the funny thing is, I thought since I did all my like my interviews like with this camera, I thought that like people could see my beans, like the ones that are like up on the fucking wardrobe up here, but no, you can't.
You should have left it in frame. People just be asking questions. Why does he have a can of beans on his?
Well, the first thing they ask is like, why do you have such a like a weird like a professional setup? Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I do OnlyFans on the side.
Yeah. With this one frame.
What the fuck? All right.
Oh, my hat is missing, Karl. Good call.
You have a hat now? You're the hat and the hair? The hat and the beard?
Beer and a smash? Bog and a blitz?
Oh, a Santa hat.
Good call.
There we go. This is our Christmas
Good
episode,
job.
I guess. Oh, then last year I had like a whole Christmas thing. Fuck, I fucked up.
You fell off, dude.
Yeah,
Wait, we're not recording next week?
I was gonna say probably not because it is holidays.
Yeah, we're gonna I gotta work every single day except for the days you would obviously.
I'd be free. 24th is when I
I'd
can't
be
do anything,
free.
but I'd be free. Yeah.
Yeah, go play a Christmas game.
The 23rd. Okay, the 23rd is a Friday, as a heads up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then we can play board games or something on that day.
Yeah, like a Christmas game.
That'd be fun.
What's the most Christmas board game you know, Fee?
Werewolf.
The game of life.
A good murder game.
Arabian Nights.
Oh,
there we go.
Betrayal on Haunted Hill.
No, we're playing Arabian Nights because
We're
you know
gonna play
what?
Monopoly, okay?
Oh, god damn it.
Actually, that's more Christmas than Arabian Nights.
Can we loop Lucius in?
Yeah, no, Arabian Nights is actually one of my favorite board games. It is incredibly crazy. It's like very story based. So you play as one of the famous characters in the 1001 Arabian Nights. and like Alibaba, you have Aladdin, and then you get a mission and try to figure out what's going on. So I might say like you have to like venture to these 3 islands, and so that's your task, and then you have to like end up back. I believe I don't remember where you have to come back to. I don't remember the specific. It's been a while, but crazy shit could happen because it's just like you roll a specific dice, or like you pull a card, and then it's just like go to page 312, and it's just like you meet like a group of people chanting in a dark like room. What do you want to do?
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the fucking Goosebumps books where you have like you're going through them. We're like, go to page 79,
yeah,
or go to this page.
Lucas ended up
dice.
Yeah, what's up?
Do we want to do this? I can save it for the show, or I could do it now. I got new dice I want to show off.
Ooh, dice.
Show
dice?
now. Why not?
Yeah, show now. Here, I gotta go check to see if my drinks
I
got
ordered
here.
3 freaking sets. 5 sets of dice, and I got them the other day, and I'm very excited. They're gorgeous. I got this one. It's like a glacial white.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sparkly, fun. I got the same one but with purple ink, also sparkly. This one's like a slate with the black ink, very fun, very spooky, love. And then I got 2 glow in the dark sets. One that's like a purplish blue with glow in the dark pigment, and then just like a regular glow in the dark white whatever. And then I got 2 D20s.
Hello.
This one I ordered. It's just like a silver metal D20. And then a freebie, I got this red and white metal D20.
That's cool.
Very exciting. Now my dice container is completely full, which means I can't buy more dice until I get rid of some sets. So,
or you could just buy another dice container and fill it all up all over again.
I mean, I could, but when I restarted my dice collection, I got a bunch of sets because at my first table we had a tradition that whenever somebody like it's their first time playing ever and it's at that table, one of the players would gift an old set to the new player. But I haven't had any games recently, and I haven't had any games with new people in even longer. So
yeah. Nice. Well, really cool dice. I like those a lot.
Carlos, I will not show you, but that costs money, Carlos. That costs money.
Yeah.
You can't be showing that for free.
Join the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And I got. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Year 2 of Point in Progress. Harv is going to actually post his feet on Wiki Feet, and we're gonna
love to see
it. Gonna rate them? You guys gonna rate them?
Yeah. Everyone, we have to rate Harv's feet. We have to get him up there. We have to beat the H3 group.
I feel like I gotta beat Hassan.
Right, episode 61, the first appearance of Harv's feet.
Yeah.
Put it in the wiki.
Please dump your feet in PB.
And peanut butter? Ew.
Peanut butter.
Start the show. Ew.
Crunchy or smooth?
Ew.
On that
On that note.
Okay. Holy gross, guys. What the fuck? Okay. Wait, you know what? I would like to take a step back and specifically say I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. And if that's your thing, thumbs up.
Oh,
nah, you're fucking nasty.
Why do you say it like that, bro?
Because I'm trying not to offend anybody before.
Just
perfectly.
Because it quicks us doesn't mean it quicks others, and we respect
yuck and yum
that.
just goes perfectly with peanut butter, you know.
Yuck and yum.
Anyway,
Great
way to start the podcast, everybody, as I'm the host this week, and so I'm gonna do my opening.
She sure is.
Yep, yeah. Sure am. All right.
I'm gonna hold the slider while she does it.
And
was it production? Fucking
Harv, I was legitimately about to start talking.
I know you were.
It won't stay lit forever.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. 3, 2. Welcome to the Point in Progress podcast, episode 61, aka Fee's first day of vacation, or as someone decided to put in our show notes, your unintelligible podcast talking about Wednesday, our thoughts on Crisis Core, and crab people. Let progress begin. Hi, everybody.
You just gotta be in the pre-show if you want to get the jokes. I'm sorry.
You know what?
It wasn't recorded. Our voices weren't there.
It was recorded. We've literally been live for like 35 minutes. And for that reason, let's talk about that. Hi, everybody. Like I said in the opening, it's my first day of vacation. I have the next almost 3 weeks off. So it's going to be kind of crazy. We'll do some fun stuff. Woo! Just like we were talking about before, for people who were watching us live, we were talking about maybe doing some fun board game, Twitch streams, but we'll talk about that later on and get that all organized and we'll post it on our Twitter. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to ask my co-hosts, starting off with Sly. How are you doing? You seem to be on like an emotional roller coaster right now.
I was gonna talk about this later. I'll just put it at the top. Why not? Yeah, I did. I made the mistake of opening Twitter to retweet our going live announcement right before the show and saw a tweet from Elias about the music video for the song Holy, and it's clips from Young Royal season 2 coinciding with season 3 getting announced the other day. Very exciting. Anyways, the music video is really good. I went through a range of emotions on the first watch, and then I rewatched the second time and made me cry like twice. It's fine. I'm fine. Go listen to Holy. Go check out the music video. If you don't care about Young Royals season 2 spoilers, go watch Young Royals. Season 3 confirmed as going to happen, and the final season. It's like Lisa said she envisioned a 3-act story. I'm very excited. It's going to be great. Anyways, I love Young Royals. We all know this. Moving on.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing about that. I honestly thought you meant like Unholy by Sam Smith. And I'm like, I think that's been out for a while. But how do I know? All right. Santa himself, our future Wiki Feet champ Harv over here. How are you doing?
Good. I'm just getting my feet primed up, ready to go. I gotta get the peanut butter soon though. So
yeah, thank you so much. Harv, your feet pics are putting my kids through school every day.
Yeah.
You're really holding.
They gotta put somebody through college, right?
Oh my god!
So I'm doing well. I have my last day at work today for my job. I got another job starting on the 28th, which I'm really, really excited about.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's gonna be a lot more job security, so I'm happy about that. But
we love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally, it was a rough little patch there with that job, but yeah. But other than that, doing well. Christmas spirit, having some beer, chilling out, baking tomorrow, which is gonna be great. I can't wait.
Fun. All right. Well, super exciting. Thanks for sharing. And thank you for hopping in ahead into the checkpoint. But I digress. Mario, how's it going?
Oh, holidays are here. Just getting ready to spend it with some family. I need it for this podcast, so I'm glad I'm here. That's all I'll say. It's been a good time.
Nice. We haven't even gotten started yet.
That's right.
And Frank, how are you doing?
I'm great. My Arizonas came in. Let me tell you about Arizona. It is a tea. It is a drink. You drink this. It's usually only $1 at the basically 99 cents. Green tea with ginseng honey is my favorite one. Unless you're Canadian, then it's $2, suckers.
It was funny because what was it in America? It was the dollar menu in the United States. Here it was the $1.29 menu. I think it was.
Jeez.
Yeah, we don't even have a dollar menu for McDonald's anymore.
Straight up.
No, we don't have the $1.29 either. But that's what it used to be, right? For you guys.
Yeah, and then to answer Karl's question, this is like the $2. But yeah, no, Fee, I've been doing pretty good. Just chilling, playing some video games. Been watching a lot of media. Been reading manga. Been watching anime. I've kind of just been everywhere in like
Nice.
the stuff. I've been reading books, watching anime, doing mangas and stuff like that. It's fun. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff to talk about today, or maybe
Nice.
not. We'll see.
Well, I look forward to that. I like it. I like it a lot. Picasso. All right. So that was how everyone's doing. Now we're gonna get into the checkpoint. Few things to just catch up on. One, we actually live reacted to the Game Awards, which was a lot of fun. Thank you again, Nerd a Day, for joining us. Who's Carlos in the chat? It was fantastic. We had, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you who won. You have to go watch it. Enjoy. You have to go and watch that video now. Don't leave here to go watch it, because we're not going to talk about it any further than this. But yeah, it was a fun time. A lot of fun. Can't wait for that next year. But yeah, that was our that specifically. Next is if you missed it, the MCU is currently on a little bit of a hiatus, but they are going full on in the new year. So definitely check out our Twitter to make sure to keep up to date on that. I'm not going to talk about the next announcement because Harv already ruined that surprise. And then
Well, I don't remember what the next announcement was.
and then
Congrats, Harv, on a new job.
Oh yes,
I'll say it.
Congrats.
That's in the
Good job, Harv.
Good job.
yeah, good job.
He has killed Tim Allen. He's now the new Santa Claus. Congratulations.
Wow.
Christ.
Hey, did you guys see that Santa Claus got renewed for a second season?
Oh
on Disney
god,
Plus?
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, God.
I've not watched
Did
it.
was it bad? Was it that bad? Wow.
It's
It
not
apparently was
good.
not good. Man, Harv is like on the up and up. He not only is he going to become the future champion of Wiki Feet, he's just going to become the new Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Really killing it. And last but not least, last after party of the year is tomorrow, so definitely make sure to check them out. It's really exciting. They have a really cute post currently, so definitely go make sure that you're going over and checking the after party. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all
I
of the
did not
above.
pay to say this.
Actually, funny enough, I ended
Not
up
a
with an extra
sponsor.
$20 in our bank account today, and I was like,
Not a sponsor.
from-
Yeah, man, if you got $20, imagine what I got talking about it. So yeah. Thumbs up.
It's
All
going
right.
to be really exciting. It's our last show. We're going to do a recap. So if you haven't checked out We'll Throw the After Party, it's the perfect time to do so. We'll be talking about some of the best episodes of the year that you can go check out while we're on break. It'll just be fun. We're throwing a holiday party.
Nice.
Congrats.
Awesome. So, what we're gonna do is that was the checkpoint. Crazy. So next is what we're gonna do. Specifically the housekeeping section. My apologies. Next is we're going to get into what we've been playing, and then we'll get into kind of like the we'll go through it. I will make sure that I don't confuse anybody. So we're gonna start off with Frank. What have you been playing this week, or the past few weeks at this point?
I've been playing them Call of Duties. You know what
Okay.
I mean? The modern warfare.
DMZ.
Modern warfare, as I sometimes my dyslexia kind of makes me read it as. No, I've been having a lot of fun. It's been pretty good. You know, people. I'm not really a big Warzone guy, so every now and again I'll jump into Warzone, but I suck ass at it, so I don't really commit to it. I've actually been having a lot of fun with the DMZ mode. I think that the Tarkov mode that they've added to the game is really good. I like that there's little missions you can do. It's not as sweaty as Tarkov, where you feel like you're losing a bajillion dollars every time you go into a raid. You have really nothing to lose playing it. You don't lose money, you don't lose any credits or anything like that. So it's you just go in, you do what you got to do. You be a little wild if you have to, and then you don't have anything kind of to hold you back from wanting to do that again and again. Multiplayer's been fine. I haven't done the raid yet. They just came out with a raid. I know I was telling Harv yo, let's do that sometime this week because it looks really cool. You actually get some cool cosmetics out too.
Nice.
I've
I'm
been having a lot of fun.
one more fan edit away from starting to read COD fanfic, so I might be hitting you up with questions if I get confused.
You might as well. You might as well because it's basically TikTok at this point. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. I've also been playing a game called Zero Cybert. I'm gonna talk about this more on our on our future video. But to give you kind of a what is Zero Cybert? Zero Cybert's this kind of is an early access game from a studio. I have to pull up the studio's name, but it is basically top-down pixel art Stalker mixed with Escape from Tarkov.
Okay.
So think like chibi art, like sprites, but with the same style of like, okay, yeah, bullets hurt. Like you will get shot like twice and die if you don't have the right armor, or depending on like the bullet types you're using and stuff like that. Like that deepness that you get from Escape from Tarkov, and then think of like set pieces from both that game and Stalker. So they have like they have moments from like, you know, what you do in like the original Stalker, some missions from like, you know, like kill Killa 15 times in Escape from Tarkov. There is a similar character in the mall area of this game called Kiba, and you got to kill him 15 times. So like really cool homage to both Stalker and Escape from Tarkov mixed with that kind of ambiance. The best part about this game is just sitting and like listening to the sounds of this game. The art's one thing, but the sound design in this is chef kiss. Really good. Like the way the pitter pat.
Smoke weed for chef kiss.
Look, all right, never mind.
It's so good.
But like, you know, Mario's showing some
every day.
I don't know if how far back I am on the stream here, but yeah, Mario showing some gameplay of it. So yeah, like you got your own little base, just like Escape from Tarkov. If you ever played that game, you have your own little kind of room that you kind of upgrade over, you know, going through raids and stuff like that, grabbing miscellaneous items that you find scavenged throughout, like, you know, there's like 4 maps right now, so you scavenge things like stuff like Geiger counters, metal pipes, ammo, you know, just smaller things, while at the same time dodging creatures. Like there's this giant crab creature that like slashes the shit out of you, but runs at you at like breakneck speed. There's wolves, ghouls, which is basically just like zombies that can shoot things at you.
Mm-hmm.
Spiders, obviously you got to have the giant spiders. And of course, other not other players, but other characters. So there's also like characters like you also doing their raids and stuff like that. It's all NPC right now, so I don't know if they have a PvP planned later on down the road. But yeah, I mean, there's other players, like if they see you before you see them, like they will shoot you like right off the bat, and you will die. It's very well in the beginning. It was nominated by Steam as the game, one of the games you're the worst at, like the best games you're the worst at. But yeah, no, you got to do things like drink water. You got to make sure your radiation's down.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that. It's really fun. It's a cool time sink. I wish it worked well on the Steam Deck. It doesn't. It for some reason cloud saves aren't a thing on the game. So like if you want to like start a character on your computer and then go to a Steam Deck, you have to start a brand new character on your Steam Deck. And I don't think the top down controls, either they should be 100% like, you know, you play Hotline Miami, it should work. Top down works on a controller really well. It doesn't in this game. It feels slow and clanky and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say buy this for a Steam Deck. Oh, but if you want a good little kind of time sink on a computer, that's your thing. Like I said, we'll talk about it. I'll go more in depth on it on like an actual video. But like, yeah, no, I'm having a ton of fun with it. I think I've put almost like 60 hours into it already and owned it.
Oh shit. Okay. It looks cute.
Yeah, it is.
It looks cute and kind of terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, because especially at night. At night when all you got is a little flashlight going through the woods.
That would make sense. Okay, well, awesome. Good games. Almost have the same theme in a way. A lot of like people using guns, and then obviously kind of, I don't know. I haven't played COD in like ages. I think it's been a decade at this point, so who knows what they're doing over in COD. Yeah, so you mentioned that Harv might be joining you on a raid. Harv, what have you been playing this over the past few weeks?
I have been playing Fortnite because the new season just dropped a little while ago.
Fortnite.
It's good. I think of like the main issue that I have with Fortnite is that they keep adding new shit to it as the season progresses, which I get 100%. You got to add more shit to keep everybody enticed and like play the game. That's when I kind of fall off once they start adding more guns and all that kind of stuff. So like the initial season, like the start of the season, I played like like a lot for like a good week or two. I probably won't come back till like mid-season now if that's the case now at this point. Other than that, I did play The Devil Inside Me. It's okay. I was excited for this one mainly because of like the whole premise of it. It's kind of like a Saw premise where this guy has a hotel and he has like different trap doors and all that kind of stuff, moving walls, and it got like kind of like pits people against other people and stuff. It's really, really cool. This one was very underbaked. This thing should have been in development for another 6 months, I think, because there's a lot of bugs in it. The story is fine. It's cool. Like the premise of it is not too bad. It's just, man, this is one of those things where like the facial expressions are just not it. Like they seem very like deadpanned and stuff like that. And I'm kind of sad about that because like I feel like they progressively get better and better. But after we got the Corey and then going back to this, I was like, oh man, I feel like that we lost a little bit of sauce, you know, a little bit of sauce.
It needs to be more spicy.
Yeah, well, because like you expect like every time you release a game, you get better and better at your formula, right? But I feel like since they're developing both games at the same time, it looks like I think they put a little bit more effort into the Corey, which I understand, right? That's like a game that doesn't like it's a brand new kind of IP and stuff like that too, so it's got a little bit more of like a marketing budget behind it as well, but especially because it's with 2K. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Other than that, that's all I've been playing. I've been playing Dark Souls, that kind of type thing. I've just been stressed with work and stuff, but all that stuff's changed now. All that stuff's changed.
Yeah. No, I think like I watched you play The Devil Inside Me for a little bit. I was definitely way more invested watching you play the Quarry, and it's not obviously because of you. It was because one, I was just exhausted that week. And two, I just like this story didn't really grasp me nearly as like fast as the Quarry did. And I agree. I feel like they kind of set themselves up to fail a little bit, especially with them trying to work on 2 IPs at once. I know that they had different support for each of the games, but it didn't have the same effect. Mind you, was it hilarious when I came in, I subbed to you and I said, you have to go through the tunnel, when you're like, I do not want to go through this tunnel. And I'm like, you have to go through this tunnel now because I just subbed to you for like 1.5 billion months. And you're like, okay, going through the tunnel. And I'm not going to say what happened. It just didn't go.
He died.
I mean, only one character survived at the end of it.
Man.
Was it
That's
at least
rough.
Jessie Buckley, which she's the redhead character that I saw in the trailer?
No, she wasn't the one that survived.
See,
that's also the thing. Like, I don't remember all the characters in there.
Yeah,
They're very forgettable.
Well, okay, I know exactly what would have happened to that character, and she's just feeling a little flat. You know what? She didn't really hit the mark, just a little bit.
Got it.
He's more spice melange. Yes, exactly.
Got it.
That
actress is
the
having a
premise of
rough
it
go
again.
it.
The premise of it again is awesome. It's a great premise. It's because it kind of harkens back to the Saw times or the Saw movies and stuff like that. And like it's very, very cool. It's very cool. But
I don't know. I like the Saw premise when people have an actual opportunity to survive, which I know that in this game there are ways for everyone to survive in some capacity. But yeah, that's a whole other topic that I can talk about for a long time because I have gripes about the Saw series in general. So yeah, awesome. Awesome, cool. And Sly, what have you been playing?
Not much, but I did pick up a couple games during the Black Friday. Ooh, I just turned off my screen.
Oh,
it's a day. I picked up some games on the Black Friday sale, and I finally got to touch some of them this week, including Please Touch the Artwork, which is great. It's fun. It's puzzly interesting. I am getting very frustrated that like most of it is just guesswork. At least the first couple rounds through a puzzle or whatever, but that's only making me want to play it more. So all good things. I have been dipping my toes back into Marvel Snap. I went really hard during the first season and then haven't touched it since. And so I'm slowly but surely making my way back into that. And then I opened up Inscription for like 30 minutes after I sat down. And I don't really have thoughts gameplay story-wise yet, but I will say, one, it's really cool that I can turn off all the effects, like the flickering green movie, but two, oh boy, is that text hard for me to read. It's a rough one. Definitely not the most dyslexic friendly font, so half of the time I either just don't know what they're saying to me and skip past it, or I stare at it for way too long trying to figure out what they're trying to say. But the art is really cool, and it's a card game. I love a card game, and the mechanics seem interesting so far. So I'm excited to dive more into it. But those were like my initial, very brief impressions on Inscription.
Makes sense. Yeah, no, I really like that game. I do agree that the font was a little bit more difficult in that game. It made me a little bit bummed that they didn't do kind of like a dyslexic friendly font like they did with Loop Hero, because Loop Hero does have that option. And also Pentiment, another game that recently came out, also has full, like, you can choose either like very old timey like medieval type of font, a Gothic font, or you can choose a very user-friendly font. So
Love
I
that.
wish they would have done it for Inscription, maybe in the future, who knows. But yeah, no, I definitely I feel the difficulty for sure. And it's cool. Mario, or as Fargo Brady says, your mustache is magical, Mario. How's it going over there? And what have you been playing this week?
Well, I've been playing Facial Hair Simulator, where I'm trying to actually grow facial hair. It seems to be only working on the top half of my face, so you know what? I'll let that slide for now. But other than that, I've been playing a lot of games without facial hair, including a little game called Crisis Core Reunion, where almost nobody has facial hair in this game for the most part.
Nobody has facial hair in the Final Fantasy series like that.
Not like
Yeah,
that.
Like
no.
very rare characters.
Yeah.
They're interesting if they
There
have.
might be one character. I'm trying to remember his name. I have something. See, look at this guy. No facial hair whatsoever. But yeah, I am playing the basically spin-off to Final Fantasy. It, of course, originally came out for the PSP. Oh, he has like a little chin stubble. This guy. Yeah.
A little strap, a little soul patch.
Little soul patch. Yeah, but other than that, because this is just spoilers, go ahead back to the screen. Yeah, so I've been playing this game. I've never played because I never owned a PSP originally as a kid. So I was never during the time in which games were coming out for it. And I wasn't a huge Final Fantasy person at this time either. So now that I've experienced multiple Final Fantasy games at this time, including the Final Fantasy remake that came out not that long ago, I'm super excited for the next one, Rebirth. This is supposedly a story that takes place pre the game. And so I can learn a little insight, because not so spoilery for the remake, there are stuff that are different that technically ties to this game, and so that's why I'm very excited to experience it. Meeting new characters like Zack and Gilles, Genesis, and some other people. Of course, eventually Cloud, I believe, shows up in this game. But yeah, I'm having a good time, and the way that I could describe my good time is that this is 100% a handheld game. The way that it's structured is very friendly in terms of like me being able to pause the game at any time and save at any time. So that way, if I have to stop and do whatever I'm doing, I can be on the move, which is why it is perfect on my Steam Deck. It is my favorite game that I've played so far on my Steam Deck, because it runs really well, looks gorgeous on this thing, runs at 60 frames per second. And like I said, it's a good stop and start kind of game. I could pause the game at any time and just start going through it. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying the story. The writing is silly. They did not update this whatsoever, but what they did do was add full voiceover throughout the entire game, so that it's not just text to, just text to read. You actually have a voice associated with it, and it's been a lot of fun actually. Getting to know these new characters as well as getting to continue this story. I really I've been having a good time with Final Fantasy. I fell in love with the world, fell in love with the music, and this is just more of that. On top of that, the best way I can describe this game, and I think this will pique Frank's interest of maybe trying it, it reminds me a lot of Peace Walker, in that it is definitely one of those flagship games that came out for that platform that I think is worthy of, it being like one of the best games on the PSP. There's side missions, there's the main story, and if you didn't play this title, you could probably still continue to enjoy Final Fantasy as a whole, but because you did play this, you get a little bit more of an enjoyment of the characters and people that are more enriched because of it. So yeah, I love this game. Harv, I know that you're the biggest Final Fantasy fan here. Yeah, I'm tagging you in. You're deciding not to play this because you already played the original on PSP.
Yeah, you're boycotting this one.
Yeah.
I'm not boycotting it. I want people to play it. I want people to play this game. Yeah, I played it on PSP back in the day when it first came out. I am bummed. Like, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong. And they've also upgraded the combat in the game as well a little bit. So
yeah, it plays like how 7 feels.
Except the roulette system that they have in the game.
They have a very interesting roulette system. I'll say it feels more simplistic in a lot more ways because I feel like I'm just hitting the X button for the most part. But ultimately, it's still relatively fun, especially on a handheld.
So
and docked.
The reason why I'm not going to play it is because I've played the PSP, and what they've said is that, what I've seen is that they have not made any changes to the story whatsoever. I know who Zack is. I know what the storyline of Cloud. I know who Cloud is because it pretty much tells you who Cloud is and stuff like that too. Yeah. What the relationship between Sephiroth and everybody else is, who Angeal is, and all that kind of stuff, right? The relationship between Zack and Aerith as well. We get that. The biggest gripe that I have about it though is that Final Fantasy VII Remake ends in a way that really confused it. To me, it confuses people. Like, I would think it confuses people because nobody knows who the hell Zack is, right?
Yeah.
When you finish Final Fantasy VII Remake, like when you finish the game, you don't know who that character is, right? And you're just like, what is happening here? Like, what's going on? Because in our minds, it's a whole different story. It's different because that's not how 7 was. Like, Zack was never in 7 at all. He was mentioned once, and that was Aerith mentioned him once, saying that he was an old love interest back in the day.
Yeah. Right.
But like after that, from what I remember, Zack was never ever really talked about. Right.
Well, the problem there's a reason for that.
No, I totally understand. But this is where I have the problem with it, is because I thought they would add something that would make Final Fantasy VII Remake a little bit more canonical, because there's a reason why he's not in 7.
Yes,
there's a reason why he's not in 7. Yeah,
but they had that ending in 7 though, so they fix it in that game.
Not in 7 Remake, no. Because in 7 Remake, no, they don't. Because I'm gonna go into a little bit of spoilers.
Spoilers for 7 Remake.
A little bit of spoilers for 7 Remake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in Crisis Core, at the end of Crisis Core, he dies. So like,
damn, this game just came out, Harv.
He's not supposed to be he's supposed to be dead in 7 Remake. Like, he's supposed to be dead, but he's alive because he saves Cloud.
But the thing is, though, 7 Remake changes the timeline.
This is what I mean. They should have added a scene at the end of Crisis Core, because when you get to the end of Crisis Core, he's going to be dead.
But that scene is in 7.
But at the end of Crisis Core, that scene's going to happen again, and he's going to be dead.
No, I'm just saying you can play this game though, and I'm just saying you can play this game.
I get what both of you are saying here.
Yeah.
Harv is basically saying it's kind of dumb if you're going to re-release this title and not have any kind of connection to the game that everybody's been fucking playing.
Yeah.
I
Now
mean-
there's a connection between the two games.
Instead, this is just a nostalgia bump for the people who have played Crisis Core in the past, or just want to jump into that specific game on the PSP.
There is-
it has
strange.
nothing to do with the remake.
So
Is what Harv's saying.
I haven't finished the game, so you're just spoiling that for me specifically to see if they did.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's the same thing. It wasn't part of Final Fantasy VII, wasn't it?
Well, no, but the remake he is.
Zach was never. He was mentioned once in Final Fantasy VII as a side thing where Aerith was just kind of like, I had a love interest. Today was Zach, and that's it.
You know
that
what?
was it. That was the only time he was ever mentioned.
It sounds like the only way to accept this particular story plot and like I guess this like plot hole is just remember that out there no one has still explained why Han's still alive in the final in Fast and Furious series.
You don't need to.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
He's just-
It's the
he's-
same thing with
I
Crisis
also-
Core.
I also do think.
They did
I
explain
also.
How
They
did they
did actually
They
explain.
did explain
hold
that.
on. Let me see if I hold on. Don't say it,
I'm not.
Mario.
I'm not. I'm not.
I think I could actually recite
We're
what
not.
happened.
Hold on. Let's fix the conversation is Crisis Core, but
We're not going to fix Final Fantasy.
I will say, I don't think that we're ever gonna see Zach in Final Fantasy VII remake. Now, I don't think we're ever gonna see him.
He's literally
thought he was
talking to
in-
Midgar.
Yeah, but I think what they did was they just wanted to show you that there are two different timelines now. I think that's why they showed Zach alive.
But
still.
that would mean that the game we're playing is the new timeline that we're gonna
Yes.
experience.
Yes.
So Zach
Yes.
will be in the timeline.
I don't think we're ever gonna go back to Zach. Because
That
Zach
is-
isn't
no.
part. Zach
I
isn't
said
part
that
of
I
Final
think I see what
Fantasy
you're
VII.
saying.
No,
Zach
that
is
makes
not-
no sense.
Zach isn't even part of Final Fantasy VII.
That's
He's not
fine
even-
because
he's-
Harv, you like a show called Star
You
Trek.
we never go
Star
back to
Trek,
Midgard
right?
in Final Fantasy VII.
That doesn't matter because this
But it
is a
does.
new. It's gonna go. I muted myself.
I think-
It's gonna diverge into
The
a different
branching
story.
timeline.
It's not the same
Yeah.
story as we had before. They're gonna be events that happen.
But the thing is, I don't see because like we only have 3 games. We have
Yes.
2 more games left.
Yes.
Right. We have to jump through so many fucking storylines still.
You're stuck on going back to Midgard, but who says that Zach doesn't leave Midgard at some point and go and find us?
Well, I think what Harv's saying is
But
like
he
I don't
doesn't
think they're
know
going to
that we're
rewrite this.
alive.
Yeah. I don't
Well, we
I
don't know
think
what's
they're
up
gonna
with
rewrite
Zach.
the whole. Because I don't. because
I will put a pizza
I think I
bet
understand
that
what
we
you're saying.
probably will not see Zach again in the
Yeah,
final.
Okay,
I'll
pizza
absolutely
bet.
accept that pizza bet.
Pizza bet.
Put the pizza
Pizza
bet
bet.
out there.
Put the pizza bet out there.
We
bet.
will
Will
not
not
spoil. I
rewrite-
see the chat.
what's-
We're not spoiling Fast and Furious, by the way.
Yeah.
No. Because they already came out and said like the next game is supposed to be more in line with Final Fantasy VII.
Sure.
Yeah, because
It's
like
supposed
the
to be
question
more
is,
in
are
line
they
with
going to
it.
rewrite the story to include this character that wasn't
I don't
part of the
think they
story?
will.
But there's
I
other
I
characters
honestly-
that died that are now alive, and they're gonna have to include them. So you know what I'm saying, Harv? Like it's not they're just gonna.
Well, it's only
dismiss
one
it.
character. It's only
But
only
one.
one
still,
character,
that
yeah.
is a massive change in comparison to what they did before. So they're gonna have to include them in some capacity. Otherwise, we're just in another Kingdom Hearts situation.
All
which I
right,
hope
for the
we're not.
pizza
We are.
bet to work,
It's-
Mario
it's
says
Nomura,
that
though.
Zach
It's
is going to
Nomura.
have more of a prodigal role in
Guys,
Final
I
Fantasy
would say
VII.
he
we're playing.
I'll do the bare minimum.
Nomura game. This is Kingdom Hearts again. We're playing.
Yeah.
At least it's
Harv
at
is
least I
saying
understand
they're not
this
going to
one.
rewrite the story around Zach.
No, they're not gonna rewrite the
Okay.
story. He will just be in the next game.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing right now is that Zach's going to be in the next game and Harv's going to lose a pizza bet. Okay.
Yes.
I just don't.
Listen,
I
as
just
somebody
can't-
who
I just
doesn't
can't
know
see it.
who any of these people are, I'm half checked out.
There is
I'm
still one
sorry,
event.
y'all.
There is still one event that needs to happen in the next Final Fantasy VII game, and I'm going to be really sad if it doesn't because it is a pivotal point in Final Fantasy VII. It's pretty much defines who Cloud is.
We had the game.
And if they don't do it, that's
existed
kind of-
for 30 years. This is a new version of it. It does not matter anymore.
Yes, it does. Though.
Star
But
Trek
it
happened.
does.
Star
Like,
Trek
in the-
continues to happen.
No, but see, in the end, we're in the same place.
It doesn't even matter.
Mario. We're in the same place. We're in
Yeah.
the
They
exact
still
same
follow
place.
the same story beats. At
Yeah,
the end
we're
of the
in the
day.
same
They just
story
change
beats
little
still.
things here and there.
We have the same party members that we're going out of Midgard.
But the
with.
whole end.
What you have to understand about the remake is that they just said, "Hey, look, these characters were actually fan favorites. We're just gonna not let them die now."
essentially,
That's the only
essentially.
difference.
No,
Like,
but the
they-
whole,
like,
the whole point of
they
the
wrote
ending.
they wrote that original story and they killed these characters off, and they were like, you know what?
the
I don't mind
the
them.
will
I
never
don't
see
mind
him
them.
again.
I don't mind them diverging
All right.
like a couple of
okay.
things.
Let
I
me-
don't mind that.
This will be the last thing I say about it, and then we can move on because we have a lot more to talk about. The whole point of the end of remake was the fact that they have now changed Destiny for good. So things will be different significantly. Well, it doesn't mean that they're not going through the same steps because we play God of War. A lot of that shit still happened, even though they kept fighting against it. So I
Yeah.
still think that there's going to do a lot of stuff that are going to be divergent, but they're going to be something similar for the fans. That's what I say.
Yeah, I just hope that they don't break
Oh,
some of
hey,
the character.
find our
Hey.
love.
Goodbye, Sexbot.
Stupid ass motherfucker. Anyway,
I just hope they don't deviate too much from the character moments, because that's what makes Final Fantasy VII like really special, and some of those character moments
Sure.
that happen, and it is like what happens in this. I think it's still the first disc of Final Fantasy VII is a huge defining moment for Cloud. Like, it's massive for Cloud, and it's for his character development. And I feel like you kind of have to go through that to like show who Cloud really is.
If we can avoid fridging a character, I think it might be more interesting. Personally, that's where I'll end that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I guess, yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to explain this, because if you haven't played 7, it's a little.
I like
bit
that.
harder
This
to
is the one
explain.
thing we're not spoiling. We spoiled the end of the 2 games.
I can't.
You can't fucking say it.
I can't. Well, I can. I will. I'll say it, but I don't like. I'll say it if you guys want me to say it. I'll say it.
No, we're good. We don't have to say it. We don't have to say it.
We've already spoiled it enough, especially the Fast and Furious things.
So I also played a shooter. That shooter is okay, but I think it's really funny. So I might play it just for the jokes. It's called High on Life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Justin Roiland game. I've never played a Justin Roiland game.
It's on Game Pass.
The only show that I've ever seen is Rick and Morty. I haven't watched any of his other stuff. But I died laughing in the first 10 minutes when it was about. It's basically the first 5 minutes is a Doom ripoff. And it's your divorce lawyer giving you directions of how to play the game, and it's just hilarious because you're fighting against your ex-wife and she has boyfriends and she's cloned them. It's hilarious. That's the first 5 minutes. Frank looks confused. Frank, you should play
Did
this
she
game.
take the kids too? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, she straight up. They say that like, he takes the kids. It's hilarious. You gotta watch that. You gotta play the game. But yeah, I had a good time with it. I'm gonna continue playing it. I'll have more report probably down the road.
Nice. All right.
Could
Yeah.
not get into Rick and Morty. Could not do it.
I haven't watched Rick and
Hey,
Morty.
what have you been playing?
Thanks, Sly. That's a great segue. So I'm limiting it to just one series that I decided to start playing again. It was one that I actually started playing almost a decade. No, it wasn't a decade. I think it was like 7 years ago. Which was
Drew.
No, actually, it's the Blackwell Legacy games. It is a series of 5 separate pixel point and click adventures by Widget Games, who makes a lot of different pixel point and click adventures, including, which I did not know until after, which I feel very dumb for not realizing. The Excavation of Hobbs Burrow is also made by Widget's Widget's Eye. Wadget, my apologies. Wadget Eye Games. And so the premise of the story is a character, her name is Rosa, and she recently lost her only close family member, which was her aunt. And she is currently kind of goes through it a little bit. She's has a bleak outtake on life. She's a journalist. She's trying to find out why there was a suicide at NYU. And then all of a sudden, she gets connected after looking at a picture of her aunt. And it seems a little bit odd. The placement of her aunt and you as a child is in a specific way that it's just like, there's a blank spot for someone to be there, and you find out that there was someone there. And the character, his name's Joey. He is a ghost who's her spirit guide and helps her helps guide spirits into the afterlife. And your entire premise is trying to convince them that they are dead, because a lot of these spirits they are in a huge state of denial. And so they might believe like, oh, everything is great. Or maybe someone talks in riddles or stuff like that. And then once they finally realize like, oh, I'm actually dead.
That's
Rosa,
every NPC in God of War.
Yeah. Took a Joey gives Rosa his tie, and then she pulls them into essentially her like medium gate and then sends them on their merry way. But there's some really dark shit happening, including a character named the Countess, which you are introduced to in game 2, which is actually a prequel to the first game where you play as her aunt. The kind of weird thing is, before that, you don't really understand why her aunt went into a psychosis for 25 years, and she was locked in an asylum. It started off as a like an asylum, then went into a hospital, and you don't really know why she was set that way. And Joey's not giving any answers as to what happened to her aunt. So it's really cool. It is relatively dark. I do want to give a heads up for anyone who does decide to play it. There are themes of suicide and really dark thoughts and some really negative impact and also a bunch of other stuff. So I would recommend it. It is a really good series. It's also really short. Each game's only about 3 to 4 hours. So it's like easy to consume. A lot of people, when they have made reviews of it, kind of talk about the fact that these games are really great for the working person who doesn't want to commit hundreds of hours into a story. This is the type of game. Would highly recommend it. It's very, very well done. Will be honest though, not happy with the fact they changed the entire art premise in the 4th game. They changed a little bit each like game, but then like the 4th game, they tried to add elements of like realistic looking water, and so then they lost the like actual like animated talking heads, which like kind of makes me a little bit upset. So who knows?
I do currently have the bundle open. So somebody remind me to purchase that when I'm not drunk.
Okay.
Just purchase it right now. It's the best time to be buying games.
Do it. Buy it.
You know what feed this reminds me of?
What?
The ghost premise helping you out with your little with like your ghost buddy.
Yeah.
Murdered Soul Sacrifice. Does anybody remember that game?
Oh my god, yeah.
I purchased that game. It was on for like $6 on Steam, and it's apparently really good on the Steam Deck. So I'm probably going to go play it
pretty
on the Steam
decent
Deck.
for its time. Have you ever played it? Have you ever played it through?
No, I haven't. I haven't even played it yet. I own it on
game.
3 different places. I have not played it yet though.
Yeah, I played it like once back in the day, and I had a really good time with it. It was a cool little like kind of mystery thing. But yeah, same kind of premise. Like you play as a ghost, and you're kind of guiding other people to like solve your own murder and stuff like that. But like obviously not the same, but like close to it.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
the hit TV show Ghosts.
Yes.
Ghost. What's
Ghost?
No, I'm thinking like what's a ghost TV show still around? Like
Ghost?
Ghost Hunters. Ghost Hunters.
Ghost.
No, they call it something else.
You're talking about,
there's an actual show called Ghosts.
You're talking about the reality
There's a
shows?
comedy.
Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, like Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, Mario. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But there is a show called Ghosts where this couple goes into a house and they want to turn into a bed and breakfast.
Frank was talking about
Oh, it's so good. I love that show. Yes.
Very good. It's very good.
Zach Baggins?
Oh my
Zach
God.
Baggins and his fucking weird museum of weird shit. Ghosts.
But yeah, would highly recommend it.
That's a cool game.
Very much. Yeah, I would recommend the series. If you are a fan of point and click adventure, I will give you a heads up. For point and click adventure, it's not great. I'm sorry. There are some elements that like no, it's just like there's some elements of it that are very like not intuitive at all. Because usually like when you have like a talking point in a game, usually if you talk to said person, so let's say I click on a name and it's just like John Smith. So the conversation that we're about to have is about John Smith. And usually what would happen is if we talked about John Smith, then it would change a little bit to something else to make you feel like you should click on it continually. That's not the case. So there are some times where you'll be in a conversation and you're like, okay, I finished all the talking points. And then you walk away and then you're like, wait a second. Apparently I was supposed to click on John Smith 4 times and not 2 times. And so if I didn't talk about that person 2 extra times, I didn't get this other thing that unlocked, which was kind of a little frustrating.
I hate that shit.
So that is the only thing I would be wary of.
Yeah, I hate when games do that. Where it's like you're talking to a character and you're like, let's say you hit A or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the conversation goes away, right? And you're supposed to, as a player, then go, okay, well, that conversation's over. Do I then talk to them again? And then you find out, oh, there's a lot more stuff I have to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Just put it all in one thread.
I understand it's a notepad because she's a journalist, so she has a notepad that she's writing into, but it's really kind of frustrating when you're like, oh, I literally spent like 30 minutes because I didn't say John Smith to that one person. So I didn't find out, oh, I had to like, he went to a local club all the time, but because I didn't click on John Smith 2 extra times with that one particular person, that particular club didn't open up. So that's my only gripe. Really good overall for like it came out. It started like the first one came out in 2006, I think. So I would recommend it. And it also runs perfectly on the Steam Deck. Just wanted to say that.
That's awesome.
You guys are selling Steam Deck quite a bit.
I'm
I'm just kind of like, I want to get a Steam Deck now.
Just
like,
buy
I really
one.
do.
Stop being a wuss. Buy a Steam
It's
But I
Deck.
your
want
It's
to buy a
available now.
controller. I want to buy a controller though. So I was like,
You
this
buy an
is
Xbox
like
controller and buy a Steam Deck. They're compatible anyway.
No, I want to get a
They are.
PS5 controller.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You know where they were on sale? Costco. Okay, let's go on
They
to
actually-
What,
What
is
PS5?
it
No,
selling?
I want to get one with paddles.
What are you
Oh,
talking
you want
about?
That, you want that Edge controller or whatever.
I
the fuck
looked
it's
at the Edge. I looked at the Edge. The Edge is $200 American.
more like
Right.
edgelord.
So what? What does that
It's
even
like
mean?
it's like you're trying to cope yourself into buying. Harv, you know what you sound like right now? You sound like you're trying to cope yourself into buying a scuff controller.
I am. I think I'm gonna buy a scuff controller. I think
You're
that's
just
where,
trying. You're
that's
just
where
trying to
we're headed.
convince yourself into this. You don't need those
I mean-
paddles.
Yes, I do. Dude, I've hit the paddle life. I can't go back to non-paddle life.
Why
I
not just
can't
an
do it.
Xbox controller?
Oh
They're
my
cheaper.
god.
They're
What?
terrible.
They don't have paddles.
They do have
What do
paddles.
they do on the back?
Well, if I get the Elite
That's
controller,
what I'm
yeah. But
referring
I have
to.
no. I've bought 2 Elite controllers. They both
Fair
broke
enough.
on me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I
So
will
I
say that
can't-
Harv
Upset.
Harv is onto something. I have literally
Enough said.
barely
I agree
barely
with
used
you.
my fucking Elite controller. Barely. And the right bumper is getting the same fucking
Exactly.
problem as Gen
Exactly.
1.
Yeah,
Okay.
Why does this bumper always break?
and this motherfucker's like $250.
This thing is it's fucking expensive. This is barely even fucking used, man. Luckily, my job said I could swap it out. So
Oh my god. Well, that sounds a little chaotic and going down a dark path of conversation. Do you know where also a dark path and leads to a murder mystery? Mario, you want to tell us about Wednesday?
I have gone from shitting on Wednesday to liking
you're shitting hard on Wednesday.
liking Wednesday to back to shitting on Wednesday. So let's talk about Wednesday. All right.
Oh
Wow,
my god.
that's quite the roller coaster.
Yeah.
By the way, this
Can
is
we
a
talk about-
conversation theme, but yeah. What's up, Sly?
I haven't seen Wednesday. I might get her into it eventually. But can we talk about how that motherfucker is the most autistic coded character I've ever seen? And autistic people love an autistic coded character until people say they're autistic. And the second people say, oh, they're autistic coded, then everybody hates
Where's
on
this
them.
coming from?
Because that's happening again with Wednesday.
Where? I haven't seen that mentioned once.
They are 100% artistic. This character. Okay. I'll tell you a little history of Addams Family. I grew up on Addams Family. I watched the original black and white TV show because I'm that old.
love.
And then I, of course, it was on Nick at Night, of course. And I absolutely adore the Barry Sonnenfeld films with Raul Julia as Gomez Adams and Angela Houston, Christina Ricci, and of course
There was a live action TV show, right?
There was a live action. There was 2 live action TV shows. There
I
was
was about to
one
say
from the
multiple ones.
60s, and then there's one that was in late 2000s because
That's the one I'm thinking. No,
It-
wait, no, that's maybe not the one. I'm
not late
thinking of.
2000s. Sorry, early 2000s because
That's
I
the
used
one
to
that I'm
watch it.
thinking about.
It's because I watched it on AMC Family back in the day when I was a lot younger, and you know it wasn't bad. Just not the most memorable.
Harvey was on YTV for us.
It was on YTV, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
You're welcome.
They're
Yeah, I was
definitely.
like,
You're
I was trying to
welcome.
remember where I watched it.
I've watched
YTV.
multiple iterations of this family, and my favorite is still the movies. I've not seen the animated movies yet, just because I'm not 5. But I
throwing shade at 5-year-olds.
No, what do 5-year-olds ever do to you, man?
I I gave this show a shot. I obviously made fun of it early on before I've seen it, only
Yep.
because the trailer very much felt like a Harry Potter, but Americanized. And you know what? I'm not fucking wrong. It's still Harry Potter. Even to the, I literally, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but I had to text Phoebes like, they fucking Harry Pottered the show even at the
Oh, I know what
end.
you're talking about. I know
And
what you're talking
so
Yeah.
I'm only referring to the first movie specifically, but
Oh yeah.
this show is essentially just Tim Burton's way of like, how can I stay relevant in 2000? I'm gonna make a TV show on Netflix. I'm going hard.
Is it
today.
by Tim Burton?
It is.
Yeah,
Tim
Tim
Burton
Burton, yep.
produced it for sure. He did a couple of the episodes. It is produced by other people as well. My favorite episodes.
Is it like
are
one of those
actually-
things where he did the initial thing and then he just kind of
It feels like it. Like
Are
he got
the-
the
are
art
the-
style. Like
Yeah.
Are the Tim Burton episodes better than the other ones, or
No,
do
I like
they
the other
kinda
ones
stand
better.
out?
No.
Okay.
To be fair, the Tim Burton ones are not bad. They're not bad at all. I prefer the ones though that are more focused with the family, and that's sort of like in the middle of the season. That's actually my favorite episode overall. But yeah, I began the show. It was very just like, okay, this is another one of the Riverdale kind of like, we're gonna do the reverse of the thing. You know, it's not gonna be the family. It's just gonna be focusing on her. We're gonna expand the world out. And I think my main criticism that I think I told Fee was what makes the Addams Family special was how singular they were and how kooky they were amongst a world that is real, that is a actual living thing, and they just so happen to be in the middle of it. This show is like, what if everything was fucking weird and then everything was like with that heightened reality? And I think that's what takes me out of it. Even though normal, because there's normies, like the normal world, that is also just sort of like, it just doesn't, when I watch Barry Sonnenfeld's film, there's the scene that perfectly in my mind, there's a scene where they're selling Girl Scout cookies, and it's like very like normal Girl Scouts, and then there's just the macabre stuff from the Addams Family. It's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
I digress. I think the show's perfectly fun to enjoy. I would have loved this if I was a kid, obviously. Jenna Ortega as Wednesday Addams is phenomenal. She does a really great job. You know, all the other characters. I even love the side characters. Enid is one of my favorite characters in the show. She plays her roommate. And honestly, I really think they
were roommates.
And they were roommates. And they were roommates. There's best friends. There's a guy and a girl, and there's a dance, and there's also a Triwizard Cup. Anyways, we're not going to get into that.
The only thing I had no idea what this show was. Like, no idea until I went on TikTok and somebody was doing the dance to the thing, apparently.
Yeah.
And then I found out on Philip DeFranco, like, there was some controversy or something like that.
Yes.
And then I was just like, oh, okay, that's what this show is. I was like, all right, okay.
Very, very polarizing show. I've seen people say really good things, seen people say really bad things. But I kind of agree with you, Mario. I think that idea of the Addams Family being like its own individual uniqueness in the world where everybody is normal is what the Addams Family is.
I think that's what makes it special.
The movie did the best. Yeah.
Kind of doing the John Wick thing of, there's also now this secret society of people who are just like them. So it kind of makes it seem like that's the normal and everybody else is just kind of living in their world.
That's the whole point of the Addams Family, right? Is like they're kooky, they're weird, and they're trying to live in a life that's like that's supposed to be normal.
Yeah. Taking off that veil and being like, oh, there's other people like them, and there's this whole society of people like them. It's just kind of like
so the movie explores that in an aspect where they all go to a wedding and there's obviously new people coming in. But this show is like, we're going to this town that is like, it's like Vermont, but there's also this really kooky school, but they understand that there's monsters there, and it's kind of odd, but
it's a normal day in Ohio, actually.
I think the issue a little bit in a way is because because obviously going into this series, a lot of the people who love this series are people our age. It's not going to be the younger kids. It's going to be the people who grew up with the Addams Family, the people who like have been essentially like fans of it since either the 60s, the 90s. Yeah, there's definitely the younger kids. And I'm going to be honest with you, and this is something I have issue across the board, is when you can tell when like someone who doesn't understand things like Twitter, TikTok, everything else, try to implement it into a show or media. I fucking hate it. I do not want to see anyone talk about it. I'm going to be honest, I get it. At the time, I was just like, okay, I understand, like, when I was a kid, there was probably adults that were like, yeah, they're talking about the internet. That's kind of weird. But being like, oh my God, I have like 100,000 followers on TikTok. I'm like, I don't give a shit what you have on TikTok, because one thing, it takes me so far out of the content, and it takes me so far out of the media that I'm actually watching. I'm like, I don't want to hear about this.
I agree with you 100%. That how do you do fellow kids writing is fucking bullshit.
The opposite end of that spectrum is the thing they do in the show, which is like, well, you don't have a Twitter or something, and then when there's like, Twitter's devoid of my soul, or it's like soulless.
Like my life in 2 pieces. This is my last resort.
God. I'm like,
it's just like, we get it. Fucking social media sucks.
It's literally old people saying social media sucks because it's written by old people.
And by the
I
way,
think-
this isn't
sorry,
for any.
sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say this isn't just Wednesday. This is literally every piece of media that's come out in the past decade that I absolutely like. There's reasons why I cannot sit down and watch things like Euphoria. I can't watch things like that because they like bring in these elements of like talking about like social media that I'm like, I don't need this. And it gets even worse when it comes to stuff like, I'm sorry, that was probably the biggest like take out of the actual story for me when it came to Wednesday. There's crazy shit that happens in Wednesday, but it was the talk of like Twitter and like TikTok and a blog, which by the way, who the fuck at this point does a blog? I mean, like I appreciate
A blog,
it.
exactly.
Tumblr
like,
is making a comeback.
Where do you,
I mean,
where do you even
sure.
find a blog anymore? Like,
I mean,
legitimately.
Tumblr had
Yeah,
to bring
doesn't
back
Elon
some
have a
sort of.
blog? Yeah.
Legitimately did start reading a blog this week.
Oh my god.
If you want to hear about my latest academic crush, tune into the after party.
I mean,
tomorrow.
I
I'm gonna
go
into
to the Medium every now and then, only because I need a programming question answered. That's the
Okay,
only reason
that's
why I go there.
different.
That's
No,
different.
You're
no,
not
I
just
totally
like.
understand. I totally understand. What I was gonna say
I
is
will
like
say though,
when we have these discussions, right? When we have a discussion about social media and stuff like that, like this person has 100,000 followers. This person has this one. The problem with media, I think, or like movies and stuff like that, they focus on that so much. Like you only have 100,000 people following you.
That's a fuck
like-
ton,
Yeah.
man.
I was like you don't have to like emphasize that. Like we don't emphasize that kind of shit, right? It's
No,
just regular
numbers.
talk.
Yeah.
Do you know
like,
what it
they don't
takes?
understand that like 1,000 to like 5,000 gets you like sponsorships and
It's
like
not even.
a
It's
job.
not even. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that they emphasize the wrong things when it comes to
Yeah.
like social media platforms and stuff like that. It's like they start
Give 'em one second.
emphasizing shit that doesn't matter when it comes to that, and it kind of brings you out of like brings it out of the experience a little bit.
No, I think it's like I understand. I recognize the fact that I'm getting older, but when they bring in conversations like that, it takes the source and media that I'm currently watching from like really enjoyable to something like I would see on TikTok with those like part 20 like really poorly acted like, oh my god, I can't do this. I'm so good. And by the end, the kid actually understands that they like were a terrible person and they got a job and everything was great and dandy. It was like a D ranked video. I don't understand. TikTok sometimes confuses me. But it's just
Hey,
like,
who knows? In like 2 months, maybe we won't even have TikTok anymore. Who knows? Well, America might not have TikTok.
yeah. So it brings me out of the element, and that's something I really didn't like about Wednesday. Everything else I enjoyed. Gwendolyn
Hey,
Christie.
Fee.
Yes, what's up?
you want to know a show that incorporates social media very well and is not that at all.
What's up?
That like cringy.
What is it?
Royals. Everybody go watch this show,
Jesus.
please, for the love of God.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Sly, I will watch. Okay, where can I watch this?
Netflix.
What show?
It is Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, I will watch
show?
one episode,
No
and I
more
will
else.
reach out to you and
It
tell
is
you either A, I'm gonna actually watch it, or
the
B,
show
I'm not
behind
gonna
it.
watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm not looking at the confidence water. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
other thing. So.
We don't have a confidence monitor.
Well, I'm
But
not looking at you.
We don't? I thought we did.
Boo.
no,
Oh,
we
wow.
haven't had one since
Oh,
before we went
I
live.
had it up, and that's why my thing.
Yeah,
broke.
That's why it froze.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like that was I would love to sit down and actually discuss Wednesday with you, Mario, at some
Sure.
point. In full detail, because I feel like there is a lot of great elements. Gwendolyn Christie. So
agree.
it's just like, man.
Catherine
Tall women, guys.
Zeta-Jones.
Okay, we can talk. You know what? We're just gonna have an entire
She's
like.
in that show.
She's
Oh,
she's
yes,
Morticia.
she is.
And
Oh
she's
wow, dude! I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that name in so.
she's also on
fucking
Disney
long,
Plus.
dude.
She's in that movie you like, the Treasure Hunter show.
National
National Treasure.
Treasure?
Yeah, there's a TV show.
Treasure
She's in-
Hunter. You were
yeah.
like half there already.
Treasure
Oh my
Hunter
God.
show. I would not.
No, I would not watch that. Okay,
Oh my
right when
God.
Fee was talking about National Treasure, I asked her, "Is Nicolas Cage in it?" She's like, "No."
I,
I'm like,
I
I'm not
sent
watching it.
Fia a TikTok.
Wait, Nicolas
of a
Cage is
clip
in
from
the
the
National Treasure thing?
There's a
She's not in the show.
I'll spoil it because I don't give a fuck. There's a clip of that guy, his best friend that's in the other movie.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, we're working on something in the background." So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the third movie over there.
I'll watch the movie. I'll watch Nicolas Cage.
I'll
in the
watch the
third movie. I'll
movie.
watch it 100%. I'm not watching the show. If he's not in the show, I'm not watching it.
No.
But watch this for
Um,
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's actually really good as Morticia.
Yeah.
I have to. I canceled my Netflix, so I probably have to get it again at some point. So
Oh my god.
I'll probably end up watching this.
For My Hero
I
Academia.
canceled my Prime. Look at us canceling streaming services.
Don't
Love
say
that
that
for
out
us.
loud.
Well,
They pay
Yeah,
us.
there was nothing on Netflix I wanted to watch, so I was like,
Man, on the opposite end, I've just been buying more. But yeah, another thing I would love to hear, because Mario really hasn't given me too much information on this, and something I'm very shocked about is Mario finally watched Queen of the Damned for the first
Queen
time,
of the Damned.
which like
What is Queen of the
confuses the
You were shocked about Mario never saying that, and I was also like, I've never heard of that in my life.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it now.
Oh my god.
There's a little writer, you might know her. Her name is Anne Rice. She wrote a lot of vampire books. There's a
I was gonna say, isn't that the
interview-
one we hate?
no.
It's not we
She
don't
got
hate her.
Well, I don't hate her. I don't give a
Is she
shit. I
not
don't.
the lady who got a ton of fan fiction taken down?
Okay,
I-
yes, she did take a lot
don't
of
know anything about
stuff down. She definitely
Yeah.
okay. As a heads up, yes, she took
Okay.
a lot of. But now, guess what? Free reign, bitches.
She's
I
dead.
also, by the
She
way, rest
died.
in peace,
When
Anne
she-
Rice.
And the funniest thing, when Anne Rice passed away, the first thing that happened was AO3 flooded with backdated works. Like everybody published all of their unpublished fan fiction around her works, because she was like suing people left and right. That's the only reason I know who she
I
is.
have never
Got
seen this
it.
movie before.
Got it.
What is
Oh
an
my-
Anne?
am I
What
the
is an
only
Anne
one?
Rice?
All right. I'll get into it.
The rice
She
cake.
made Interview
Ooh,
with a
that sounds pretty good.
Vampire. Okay, Interview with a Vampire, very famous film.
Very, very.
This
Good
is a
film.
sequel to that movie,
Wait, what?
which is weird. It's called Queen of the Damned.
All
It
right.
takes place seemingly after that movie because it doesn't star any of the people from the first one. The character of Lestat, which is like her famous vampire, it's her Harry Potter.
As a heads up, it's not a sequel. It's like a continuation in
Everything
the Vampire
I Googled
Chronicles.
and said this is a sequel because
It's a standalone
because
It is
sequel.
the third in the Vampire Chronicles.
Yeah,
How
according to
dare you get the
Bookwiki.
chronological order of Anne Rice confused? Okay.
Interview with the Vampire came out in '94. This came out in 2002. What
yes.
the fuck?
So let's get into that. That's awesome because this movie is about Lestat wakes up in the 2000s, decides he hears Korn, and he's like, you know what? I want to be in a metal band and tell everyone around the world that vampires exist, and I'm going to be the first vampire that reveals himself to the world. And that's the plot of the movie. He becomes the lead. By the way, his vocals is the lead singer of Korn. It is Jonathan Davis, and so whenever he sings, it is just woo-wah, just that voice. Jonathan Davis, that looks like piss. Jonathan Davis was awesome.
There are 13 books in the Vampire Chronicles.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Man, only 2 of them have been adapted. That sounds like a money train waiting to happen.
The reason why this movie is interesting is because this is the last movie Aaliyah did before she died. And she fucking eats in this movie. She's fucking fantastic. Like, if you're gonna watch this piece of shit, you're gonna watch it for Aaliyah. This movie is not good. It does not hold up to the test of time.
Is this the one with Aaliyah?
That's the
Yes.
Aaliyah movie.
By the way, she like what Mario says is true.
Sad day,
She
dude, sad day.
carries the
She
fuck out of
carries
this
the
movie.
fuck out of it.
Like if she did
doesn't
not
come
exist,
in an hour into the movie though.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Sad day.
But when she comes into the movie,
It's a fucking force of nature.
it is gorgeous. But there's a reason why it got 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. She can only carry so much.
Yeah, she
Okay.
can only do
She only
so
carries
much.
so
You
much.
can
The
only do
movie-
so much about that first hour.
It's like Halle Berry. She can only carry Catwoman so much, you know?
How dare you?
I'm curious about Aaliyah because the only movies she majorly did was a Jet Li movie and this. And
I mean, she
after
rapped
this
in
one.
2022, but she didn't.
We didn't get a chance.
Yeah,
No, we didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
But after seeing this movie, I'm like, damn, there's a whole universe where we could have had more Aaliyah movies. But yeah, this is not good.
Also,
Don't watch
great
it.
singers.
No, absolutely. I love Aaliyah. No, I love Aaliyah. She was really good. But yeah, I don't recommend this movie personally. If you're not sure, you know, like I need to watch some just 9 to 5, like 2000s, like Disturbed has a guest appearance in this movie because they're playing at a giant concert in the desert, and you just hear Disturbed playing like "Let the bodies at the like it's just ridiculous.
Early 2000s.
You know what I need you to tell me? Mario, I need you to tell me something.
Yes,
How was Bullet Train?
There we go. There we go. Now we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about some fucking good cinema. All right. This is. I wish I saw this in the movie theater. I'm very. Oh my god! It is a gorgeous film. This is by I think even directed.
Audio is also glitching right now.
Me? Oh.
All of us except for you.
Yeah,
Who
Are we okay?
Here, let me turn it off. Turn it back on. I don't know. Maybe if that'll work. Try now. Hello? Anyone you? Okay.
Wait.
Here, Harv, say some words.
I'm saying words.
Words being said.
Crunchy. Okay, give me 1 second.
No, still.
Here, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. That's why I'm walking.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even know which one to fix. I think this is the one I would fix.
While we're doing that, I'm gonna take a little break.
Go ahead.
And then we'll back. It's fine.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'd say like, what did you watch? I didn't watch anything. I don't think I watched anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before I because
I started at first episode of Crown,
We sound good,
and I was
by the
like,
way.
I just can't do
We
it.
do? We sound good now?
I watched the first 20 minutes of the first Crown episode, and I was like, I just can't do this right now.
that's fair.
It's hard for me to commit to anything right now when it comes to like shows or anything really. So like, it's just one of those things.
Man, because I will be honest, I'm gonna be talking a little bit
All
in
right,
my
good.
section, so
Good. I need to. When everyone comes back, I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna try.
oh my god.
I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna get through this part. I'll just continue on. I think
Yeah.
it'll be good. So Bullet Train, Harv, as you know, stars the one Brad Pitt. It is produced, I believe, by the John Wick guys. One of the guys that have done John Wick.
You can tell by the choreography of the movie.
Absolutely. But mostly it's not that like crazy of an action film in my opinion, but it's more of the how they interconnect the characters and the story and do all of that in a train set that is just one direction, it's just going left and right.
Yeah.
And I think they do a really excellent job of being able to balance all of the characters that they introduce. There's a lot of surprises. So watching it for the first time is actually a blast. And then of course, I think the over the topness of it, I don't know how you would do if you do a sequel, like would you call it a Bullet Train story or something? Because could they do another Bullet Train movie? I don't know. I think
I mean, like when I saw it, like I honestly thought it was like an ode to like Agatha Christie. Like it was definitely a modern take on the Orient Express. If you've ever read or watched that movie, the way that like Agatha Christie like intertwined everyone, like the characters on that particular train, I felt like it was almost the same way as. I'm not saying that, by the way, it ends the same way for people. Not at all. But it had like such a great way to like interact each of the characters, and not only did it like bring you into like the main scenario, but there was definitely some like clips of like what happened previously and what was happening. And like it was the same way when I remember when I was listening to the Orient Express, that I was just like, oh, this is like very reminiscent of that. And it was really something like it definitely like hit that like specific like itch in my brain that I'm just like kind of like the murder mystery aspect to it. Because obviously like any movie with the train, there's murder in some capacity. I don't know if you realize that trend.
Really? It reminds me of if it was John Wick meets Knives Out in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
Where it's
I gotta see this movie then.
It's a John Wick movie, but there's a mystery in terms of how
Frank, we need to watch
unfolding.
Let's watch it right now. Just leave the podcast.
No, we're not going to leave the podcast.
Actually, Mario, just pull it up.
I thought Fia said Polar Express.
Absolutely. We're just going to watch Bullet Train live.
Get DMCA'd immediately.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I mean, I think it's worth watch. If it's on Netflix, go for it. This is
nice.
It's like I thought the movie was a tad long, but other than that, I had a good time.
Cool,
awesome. I'm glad to come back and I didn't hear anything on it because
all you need to
I'm
hear
interested.
Is John Wick and
I know you guys said you guys wanted to like watch it in Discord, but I didn't know when you guys wanted to. So
I'm down to watch it anytime now, dude.
Well, we gotta watch Chainsaw Man first. We gotta catch you up.
I mean, yes, we definitely need to do that. But yeah, talking about just inner chaos and everything.
She said Polar Express.
Did I say Polar Express? I said
At some
Orient
point.
Express.
Oh, did you? I heard Polar Express.
It
I
was.
thought you said Orient Express.
It was Orient Express.
Okay.
I think Karl just said it. I thought he said it.
Oh,
She said
I
Polar,
was just
Polar
like,
Express.
I'm definitely sure that I did not say Polar Express, but now I'm thinking about that hot chocolate from that movie. Oh my god. It's too good. Too good.
That movie traumatized me as a child.
Man, I
Like
loved
to the
every
point
bit
where
of
we had
it.
to walk out of it in the theaters. I was
Wait,
so
what?
traumatized.
Man,
The Polar Express movie, terrifying.
Really?
No way. I don't even
Apparently
know
to like childhood me, yeah. I don't know. I haven't revisited it.
my god. Well, it definitely has like really good hot chocolate in it. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it in like it's been almost 2 decades since I saw that film. Like it's
And
been
the
a long
song.
time.
The song for the hot chocolate's pretty fire too.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I heard that.
All right, Fee, what did you watch?
No, I wanna talk to everyone else about what they've watched first. Sly, tell us about Timeless.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Timeless is one of those shows that I started reading fan fiction about with no context. I've read a lot of, like, a significant amount of Timeless fan fiction about a very particular pairing, very particular ship. And, so how I was introduced to Timeless was, like, reading these fics and, like, kind of piecing together what the general vibe of canon is, right? It's Alexis's, like, one of her favorite shows, and for her takeover for the after party, she picked Timeless. And so I was like, well, now I have to watch the entire show, right? And I've only gotten through one episode so far, but it is so funny going through the show, not remembering particularly what happens to characters in canon. For example, throughout episode 1, I realized one of my favorite ships in this fandom is 2 dead women. Like, both of them are canonically dead in the show, apparently. And I completely forgot about that. I remembered one. I did not remember that the other one was also deceased. Anyways, so
Spoilers
it's
for
really
Timeless.
interesting. Spoilers for the very first episode of Timeless. 2 of the characters mentioned aren't alive. Shocker.
Okay.
It's really good. It's, history, time travel. It's camp. It's Goran Viznek, everybody's favorite MCU sweater salesman. Mario's not here to roll his eyes at me for mentioning Goran Viznek, because he does every single time I mention him ever since we watched Elektra. Go check out MC University's Elektra episode. It's a great time. But yeah, so Goran Viznek plays like one of the main characters in Timeless. It's a great time.
Nice.
I'm very excited to continue watching it.
Oh my god. Well, I keep on seeing mentions of it, so I definitely want to go and watch it myself. There's so many things I need to watch though. But I'll definitely keep it on my list.
Like a cat.
Speaking of Frank, what's the bear?
I would love to talk to you about the bear. I currently have a cat on my shoulder.
Yeah,
She
I don't know.
does.
I'm looking at her through the camera, and I'm like, "Are you jumping, or are you just? What are you doing?" Yeah. So I decided. I've been talking to Mario about this because I've been seeing a lot of TikToks on it. I finally sat down and watched the entirety of the bear. I knew nothing about the show going into it, other than a few clips I've seen on like TikTok and YouTube. Everybody here knows how much we all love watching stuff about like food, right?
Mhm.
Like watching people cook food, watching chefs and stuff like that.
So I would
It's
say
another
that's
thing-
how Point Progress started. Was watching
Honestly,
food.
yeah, through like we watched a lot. Like Point
Shout out
Progress
to
really
Hell's
kind of
Kitchen.
yeah. Point Progress kind of started a lot
Founding
of
this
like
show.
it was a lot of us watching like Hell's Kitchen. We got through like a bunch of seasons of Hell's Kitchen.
We sure did.
What's up, Harv?
I just want to say, there's a tail wagging beside you and stuff.
This happens every day. I just ignore it.
Right now, it just, you know what it feels like? It feels like the Lion King. Wherever the light touches, it's your cat's fucking.
Oh, she's jumping.
sanctum.
I think she's jumping. Oh, she's jumping. Where are you going? Where you going?
Real honest, Frank, I definitely thought that when you started talking about this was the fucking movie with the bear chasing the ambulance that you put into the Discord the other day.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for Cocaine Bear.
I couldn't remember what it was called. I thought that's what you were watching.
No. Yeah. So it's gonna get a little dark warning for people about suicide and stuff like that. The show is about a 5-star Michelin star chef who runs, in the way the show describes it, the best restaurant in the world. Everybody regards him as a chef and stuff like that, except his family. And he's running this it's kind of hard to explain this because, like, I know Mario would be able to pick this up right away. I don't know how to explain it myself, so I'm going to try my best.
He's like your
Think
local...
of an Al's beef.
Yes.
Think of like an Al's beef. But think of like a small little kind of like
a mom and pop, like
a mom and pop
that like
they serve like Italian beefs, spaghetti, like, you know, Italian like cuisine, but at like a mom and pop pizza shop level, right?
Yes.
They don't sell pizza in the show though. Maybe, I don't remember, but so he runs this thing, and he inherited this restaurant from his brother, who, without a note, without saying anything, without telling anybody, just shoots himself on a bridge. Doesn't say a word whatsoever. Doesn't leave a note. Nothing. So, you're finding out, of course, parts of this family who this person who shot themselves, like, held this family together, and as you probably can figure out, the guy who's a Michelin star chef has obviously not been there because he's been traveling the world. He's been learning his craft. He's been running restaurants in New York, you know, stuff like that. He's been building up, like, you know, this prestige, whereas at home he has his family who are running this like beef shop in the middle of downtown Chicago. And you're watching the show, and it's basically him trying to make this restaurant into something. Trying to take his brother's legacy, or I think either his brother or his uncle. I can't really tell. They both look about the same. I'm not going to tell you who the brother is, because actually the reveal of who the actor plays his brother is actually kind of cool. But the actor who plays his brother looks a lot older. And the guy who plays the bear in the show, Mario could probably remember the name. He's on, I believe he's in Shameless.
He was on Shameless, yeah. He's like,
I don't remember his name on top of my head.
I don't know his name, but if I show you a picture, I'll find a picture of him and you'll see.
Yeah, you can find a picture. Yeah, it stars him, and he, by the way, fucking phenomenal. I like, absolutely, this man is a fucking treat to watch on camera every single fucking time I see him. Like, in this show, he puts 310% into this character. He has this weird stoicness of like a top chef, but then you have to deal with a Chicago family and how fucking stupid they are. And then it's like, oh, you have this, like, you know, he has his cousin who's actually not his cousin. It's a guy named Cousin. A friend of the family. You have, you know, other chefs who've worked at this restaurant for years. And he's basically turning this beef, like, kind of mom and pop shop, and he's slowly trying to build it into the 5-star Michelin chef, like, kitchen that you would see. And watching it go from the dirtiest thing ever to what it turns out to by the very end of the season is kind of fucking cool, and it feels realistic and natural. Other than, like, you know, we're just now it's a 5-star kitchen, you know what I mean? It feels really cool. And then the characters themselves, they're so kind of broken over this whole thing of, like, you know, this brother's committing suicide. There's so much, like, family anger there. There's so much, like, character growth with all these characters. I really don't want to spoil the good bits of it, because this is one of the special shows where you have to go see it. You have to watch it for yourself, and you have to really like it if you do really like that kind of stuff. But the acting in the show is absolutely phenomenal. No, there's one actor where I'm like, sometimes I would, like, you know, some of your scenes are, you know what I mean? But other than that, perfect, like, almost perfection throughout the whole season. And they, of course, it actually starts and uses one of my favorite songs, Refuse New Noise, throughout the whole season. like for certain reasons. If you ever watch the show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a show that everyone should go see. It's literally one season. I think it's like 8 episodes. It's not long. Each episode's like 20-minute episodes.
Yes.
Super quick. You know what I mean? It gets its point across. It doesn't take too long to get to the fucking point. And like I said, the guy who plays the bear in the show, like I watched him on Shameless. I thought he was pretty good in Shameless. This is like Emmy worthy, like acting in this show for him. He's fucking killing it in this show.
Nice.
And for that and that only, you should go see that. You should watch this, which is the reason why I went to go see this, because I saw a clip and I saw like a scene was, and I was like, yeah, I have to watch this now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely like, I think I've seen a little bit around. I think we have it here in on Disney Plus is where you can watch it in Canada.
It's a weird show to have a Disney Plus.
Yeah, but what's really funny,
International Disney Plus is a wild place.
it's
Exactly. What the
it's
hell?
wild.
Well,
One
half
thing
of it's Hulu.
Oh, yeah, because we don't have
So-
Hulu,
Yeah.
because Hulu doesn't want to come here. But no, I recognize like one of the characters there, which was Eben Moss, Backrock, which is actually he's a character who was in which is one of the shows that I've been watching and I just finished, which is Andor. He was in
Yes.
Cousin.
he was
His cousin.
yeah
That's cousin.
yeah he was apparently according to I'm not gonna pretend like I know, he plays a character named Richie on The Bear, and so he also is a character in, like I said, Andor, which is kind of wild to have that kind of connection. He plays Arvel Skeen, who is one of the bounty people in a specific heist. I'm not going to give any more information about that. But yeah, no, I kind of starting off with what I've been watching. I finally finished Andor. It took me a hot minute to watch it, mostly because the first time I watched it, I will admit I fell asleep watching it.
It's supposed to be a slow burn, right?
It's a slow burn, but then like here's the thing. It's a very slow burn. It's like if you saw like a fireplace, it's like the
The
crackling.
first episode has no burn.
There's
And
no
the burn.
burns. It's just like they like fumbled with the match the first episode, and you're just like, oh my god, where is this going? And then by the end, there's like people trying to put out this house because an inferno's happened. It's like absolutely absurd. I was not really sold on it at the beginning. But Lucas is just like, hey, do you want to continue watching Andor? And I'm like, just like
Yeah,
every
basically
other
where
thing.
I am too right now with
But
Andor.
then like once I hit a specific point, you're just like, holy shit. And I've explained this to Frank, and I've said this to Mario as well. It becomes incredibly anime by the end. And it's not like, and I'm not talking about like monster of the week kind of anime. I'm talking about like heart, like just full on, just like what did I just experience?
How much Ninja Scroll is in there?
None.
A lot,
Absolutely
actually.
none.
Surprisingly, there's a whole like there's a whole
Oh my
like
God.
side episode on Disney Plus. If you watch it, it's like a side episode, and it's
Hello,
literally just
man.
Ninja Scroll animated. Not live action. I mean,
I just-
yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna
Yeah.
be the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like one of the things that I had an issue with at the beginning was trying to get over the idea that I already know how this person dies.
Yes.
And
Fee,
so
can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, what's up?
Does it matter that he's dead
No.
at all in the show? Okay, good. Because that's
Does
the
it-
one
does it-
thing I'm like, I really don't give a shit about characters who
Okay,
are already
as a
dead.
heads up, this has happened 6 years before the events of Rogue One.
Mhm.
So you, as a heads up, if you haven't seen Rogue One at this point, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, catch up. Sorry.
But some crazy
Second
shit
best
happens.
Star Wars movie.
It's one of the, like, I honestly
It-
think
it's
like,
Second worst?
second
I
best.
said second
Oh,
best.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
wait, what?
Only two.
In a rare
Star
occurrence
Wars:
means
The Clone Wars, the
Okay, okay.
animated
in a
movie.
rare
Okay.
occurrence means I agree on something. It is
There-
actually one of the best Star Wars movies ever.
I agree.
It was like the
It's
movie
my
was-
real number one, but I mean, Clone Wars is definitely my number one.
I just personally like I was really excited about it. I will admit I got very, very excited specifically because we kind of got like an Easter egg because we saw
Yeah.
the Guardian bots and I screamed K2SO. I was just like, oh, because here's the thing. If you don't know me as a person already, my favorite things about the Star Wars galaxy and story plot is definitely the droids. I love the droids in the
Oh,
series.
we got a
They
good droid
put
in this
so-
show too.
Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about. We're not gonna.
I
We'll talk about
almost
that.
made her cry. I almost made her
Yeah.
cry. Right there.
I
Guessing he
honestly, I was
I'm
Mario.
thinking
I
of
was
Wild
full
Guess.
blown
I was like a
crying.
wild guest here.
I'm thinking of
but
Wild
no.
Something else.
No, something else happens. But no, there's just like a lot of like it was a really cool build up. Once we actually got to that, like once the momentum was going,
Hey, Christian,
you were
yeah.
like it was kind of funny enough. It felt like a bullet train. Like it went from like at the beginning really slow, and then it's just like I sat in my seat at the end. I was supposed to watch Twin Peaks with Mario last night, and I said,
Yeah.
Mario, I need 15-20 minutes to process what I just experienced. And he's just like, did you watch the finale? And he's like, gotcha. And that was it.
all I needed.
It's just like,
That's all I
I know
needed.
what you did. I know what you just went through. But no, it was really, really well done. Would highly recommend it if you were already on the fence. It is so well. It's so you just need to make sure that you are prepared to get through those first few episodes, which I know a lot of people are like, if it doesn't hit hard episode 1, I'm not doing it. But this is definitely a situation where there's a reason why there's that build up in the first few
Straight up.
episodes.
After you watch the show, you
because-
become a socialist. You just start reading propaganda, and you're just fucking ready to go.
Oh my
You're ready to fight
God.
the rebellion.
Also-
we live in
I
Canada.
love
We're
a
fine.
slow burn.
We're
I
already
can't
there.
wait.
Yeah.
To...
We're
By
already
the
there.
way, I just want to say Fiona Shaw fucking kills it in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. I was sold that she loved Cassian from the
Mhm.
moment that she saw him. For some context, she is his adoptive mother in the show. And it like there was
And
just a
Petunia.
bond there.
If you don't know.
It was on Petunia, from Harry Potter, if you didn't know. But no, I thought it was like she did such a phenomenal job. And there's just like this particular scene, and I'm just like, I was in tears, and I was just like, honestly, there's been times in the movie, like in the Star Wars series, where I'm just like, okay, yeah, there's a rebellion and stuff, but she made me believe in the rebellion and like go, and I'm just like, I would legitimately throw fists at
Yeah.
everybody if I was like
Fuck
listening to
Vasquez,
her.
Fuck 12.
Yeah. I think
Um,
there was an article a few weeks back about how she wanted to. There was a scene. I haven't seen the scene yet, so I'm paraphrasing. But
Yeah.
there's a scene where I think she just want to say "fuck the Empire," like uncensored on Disney, and they didn't let her do it. I'm like, Disney doesn't have the fucking balls. They should have just did it.
My God, she's a brilliant actress. A lot of people only know her for Petunia, which is a very sad thing, because she is just she's so well rounded, and being able to actually see that come out where we didn't get to see it for a lot of people who grew up with the Harry Potter series, we now get to finally see like her full force, and you're just like, okay, we're here. And
I, of
perfect.
course, remember having a stupid crush on her in the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s. She's the,
Oh my
she's
God.
the villain in that movie.
She is the villain. She 100% is the villain in that movie. Oh my God.
Here, I'm
Um,
gonna share this with the group. Hold on 1 second. Here you go.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, I would highly recommend it. It's easily become one of my favorite, I guess, Disney series at this point. Obviously Mandalorian is still top, like S tier for me. But yeah, no, just overall really well done. Another thing I actually started watching again, and has started up, and actually the last episode for season 6 just dropped tonight, which was Puppet History. Puppet History is a series made by, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at the names. But it was originally started, funny enough, on BuzzFeed, by a few characters, Ryan Bergara and Shane. I cannot for the life of me remember his last name, and I'm so sorry. But he plays a character called the Professor. And so each week, Ryan Bergara and a guest specifically answer questions with the professor teaching a specific like time in history. So he may talk about like empires that people are not aware of, different topics like the Great Molasses Tragedy of San Francisco. Like there's just a bunch of different things that he's like they've compiled over the years. This season was kind of nuts because some crazy shit happened last season where the professor actually died.
what?
And so
Jesus.
this
We
season
shot the
we're just
professor.
like, what happened, like, how is the professor back? And so it's a very short run series. It's all on YouTube, by the way. So if you want to check out all of it, it is all over on Witcher. Watcher, my apologies. So go feel free. One of my favorite episodes of season though was, and I just found out about this, which is the defenestration. Do any of you know what that means?
No.
Defenestration?
No, I don't even know what that could be. Like I don't even know what that could be.
So defenestration is actually a term that was picked up in the 16th century when a group of essentially of freedom fighters in Prague were throwing people out windows. And so that's
like
how they
wants to do to Charlie Cox.
Correct. And also, the major thing that I specifically feel every time I see fucking Thomas on Downton Abbey, which also brings me to my secret story. I watched the entirety of Downton Abbey.
Oh, that's right.
And I watched the entirety of Downton Abbey.
I forgot that was your secret.
Anybody?
Harv is so confused right now. Look at his face.
Wait.
Did you see that? You weren't even listening, bro. She said it twice, bro. She said it twice.
I was 2 down.
Dude, can we clip that? Look, somebody go back and clip that and just look at Harv's realization of me. Did I just hear what I think I just heard?
It was the entirety of Downton Abbey.
The entirety of Downton Abbey.
From start to finish.
To start to finish.
Also, I want to mention I've known about this for weeks.
I've known about this for weeks too.
So I watched the entirety of it specifically so I could come on the show and still say that I think.
Oh, was that your secret? Was that your
Yeah,
secret?
that's
my secret was
Yeah,
I
that was
watched
the secret
the
thing.
entirety of Downton Abbey, and so I watched from start to finish.
Okay. I want to say she watched it from start to finish. That means that she must have liked it at least.
Oh, I loved it. I
Oh,
think
yes.
it's impeccable. I think that show is
Let's
top
fucking
tier.
go.
God.
But
No.
here's
That was
the
a roller
deal:
coaster.
Thomas Barrow still should have been thrown out of the fucking
Oh yeah.
group.
Tom,
Barrow,
that guy, he's
my
an asshole.
beloved.
Okay,
I love
here's
him
the deal.
so much. You
He-
can't talk bad about him. In
I
front of
Come on,
can.
me.
Let me
I
talk to you about.
imprinted
Hold on, let
so
me
hard
Google
on
this.
that character fee. Like was it season 6 episode 8 or whatever?
Yes.
Destroyed me, wrecked
Yes,
me,
I
ruined
agree.
me emotionally.
I get
Whenever
it.
I'm like, I need to feel something, like I'm so emotionally constipated I
Yes.
can't express emotions, I rewatch that episode. Like, I love this character so much. You have no idea.
So yeah, still don't like him, and here's the reason why: is because this guy undermined everybody from season 1, episode 1 to season 6, episode 9, which is the
You
Christmas
gotta
special.
watch the new movie.
I know. I haven't watched. We
And,
can't watch
okay.
it here yet.
We can't watch it here yet, so
Gotta
I only
watch
watched
the
the
new
TV
movie.
like series. But here's the dealio: the amount of shit that he fucking gets baits into is
Oh my
so
God, yeah.
annoying that I'm just like, okay,
You
Thomas.
know what the good thing is?
but then-
You know what the good thing is though? Bates is
He was
fucking.
just
He's
trying to
next
survive,
level though.
Maggie.
Bates is next level though. He's 5-head.
By the way,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bates is
not only-
Bates is a fucking baller, dude. How dare you ever talk about Bates
okay,
like that?
not only that, I was slightly scared by the end because this man was just full on like at the beginning, he's just like, no, sir, yes, sir. Like, oh, they tried to like frame me for something. That's
Yeah.
fine. And then by the end, he's just like, tell me who did it. I'm about to throw hands and kill him. And it's just like everyone's
I
just like,
love
we can't
Bates.
tell him anything because if we tell
Bates
him
is-
something,
Ah, fuck,
he's
I
gonna
love
go on a
Bates,
murder
man.
spree because this man's just like, I've been to prison and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he's just like,
So,
I don't
like-
like, fuck. I was in prison for months. I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
So yeah, that was my secret. I've held on to that secret since like it's been a
The game
month.
more than the Game Awards at this point.
Yeah,
I don't
it's been
remember what
way
exactly.
longer
How
than
was
the
the-
Game Awards.
Actually, I'm gonna
how
go
was
back
the-
on our DMs. Let me see.
How was the Matthew thing? That was pretty tough. That was pretty tough.
I ugly
Matthew.
sobbed. I cried about
As you
Matthew.
should.
Matthew killed me. I got really concerned when Branson
There-
died. Like Branson left. Like he just
Yeah.
left for
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah.
at the end of season 5.
Oh god,
I
when
was
he
just,
comes
like,
back
going-
though? When he comes back though?
When he
I was
came
like,
back,
oh, fuck yeah,
oh my
dude.
god, I was freaking out. I'm just
I
like,
love
by
their
the way.
Christmas episodes, by the way. Their Christmas episodes are fucking awesome. They're
Correct.
so good.
But do you know what? There's one character that I don't like more than Thomas.
Is it it starts with the L. What's her name?
It starts with
That
an E.
bitch.
It starts with an E.
It
Damn.
starts with E?
I
That
don't
bitch?
like.
That
No,
bitch.
the one person I don't like, and I know
fucking bitch,
it's.
dude.
By the way, this is a hot take. I do not like Edith Crawley at all.
Oh, that is
I-
a hot take.
Oh,
I do-
Edith.
I don't like Edith Crawley either.
Edith. But the thing about Edith is that she thinks to me she plays the victim way too fucking much, man.
She plays okay. She not only does she play the victim.
She just feels like the entire
Yeah.
world is against her, where she could just be
Edith-
like, you know
Edith
what,
is
I could
such a
just go
victim
do my
baiter.
shit.
You know what I
This
mean?
woman?
She's such a victim
I
baiter.
think
This woman?
that bitch
Yes.
is Lavinia.
Oh, Lavinia's
Like,
the
we
worst.
fucking hate Lavinia.
Yeah,
Nah, she's my
Lavinia's,
favorite
like,
character. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Lavinia, like, also, I was not a fan of Edna. Like, Edna was annoying. Just
But we
like,
all know who the best character is, though. We all know
Dan
it's
Stevens?
Maggie Smith.
Oh, Maggie Smith.
oh,
Maggie Smith is
100%.
the best character in the entire
Um,
show. Her fucking
the
snide comments are just fucking chef's kiss, man.
100%
So
the
good.
best character on the. I could not like. I love so much her character. Like Violet Crowley is
I
like
love
the epitome.
Violet.
She's just like what's a weekend? And then she like straight up like she just like this woman. Not only that, but she's straight up is just like, I could take this guy who has been in love with me for 50 years,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna get the woman who hates him, who's his wife, bring
Yeah.
him back, ship him to Paris, and then close that door. I'm like, you know what? Baller move. You're just like,
Oh
she's
God,
just like,
we
need
have to have a
everybody to watch A New Era right now immediately. You have no idea.
If I-
we need to talk about Downton Abbey in like a different podcast because we can go on for ages.
Yes,
'cause I wanna
100%.
Yeah,
talk about,
can-
like,
but yes,
I want to talk about so many different characters because like Matthew Crawley's mother is fucking amazing,
I'm
and her back and forth with
What a
Violet,
badass.
is just like, oh
But
my
yeah.
God, I live for that shit. I
I-
eat that shit up.
So wait, is this like an
I-
Anne Rice thing or what?
no.
What? No.
Absolutely
What?
not. But Frank does not know anything
It's
that we're talking about.
Julian
Yeah, no,
Fellow?
I've just been kind of
Yeah, I
kind of
think it's
skating
Ju-
by.
I think that's her name. Yeah.
But no, started watching it because I'm like, okay, I have to give this like the benefit of the doubt. Like by all means, I'm gonna watch this. And so I started watching more and more and more, and then even more.
That's how it begins.
And then like I finished it all, and then I was just like, I could do one of two things. I could tell you two that I've watched it, or I wait until we record a podcast and then tell you live.
You're
Which
so
like
mean for that.
I was
What?
just like, we have to do it at this point because I've waited too long. But no, but this was probably one of the like Lucas had to hear me talk about this nonstop. It's just like me wanting to talk about the show with everyone, and then me being like, and I told Frank and Mario because I'm like, y'all don't know. And then what I loved about those two is just like, they're never gonna get this, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're not gonna guess that.
Yeah,
I know
there's
you're
a
not gonna guess
podcast,
it.
a clip of us literally like, oh yeah.
but
we'll
what's
never get this.
hilarious is I was dropping hints that I had watched the series in Harv's chat because I was
How?
just like, so I like one day
Watch
you
the
were
VOD.
you were specifically streaming the devil with it like inside me, and then you were just like, I wonder what that's saying, and then I said her lady's soap. You said nothing, and I was just like, okay, Harv doesn't obviously. By the
Harv was
way,
like, how
I
the
know
fuck would we
Sly
get that
knows what I
one?
mean. Sly knows exactly what I mean.
You
obviously
call yourself a
obscure
Downton Abbey fan? Come on, bro.
Thought you were an
Everybody
Okay,
knows the Her Lady's soap.
Such an obscure reference.
It's not even
The
an obscure
soap is like-
reference.
You could have
Stuff that
you
she
could have said the
trips
word
on.
you could have said the words Abby and I still wouldn't have got it. Okay.
Okay, well, I try because I was tiptoeing the line. I was just like, how much of like a mega fan is Harv on Downton Abbey? Because I was just like, I don't know.
I mean, I love the
So-
show. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times over again.
Okay,
like,
it's
over,
probably
but, like,
because like it was such like it was used as like a trump card specifically for Thomas. And he's just like, I don't know what this means.
Oh, the soap. Yeah. Okay. Now. I
Yeah,
get it,
so the soap. And so like that was a reference to season 1.
Lucas in the
Lucas
chat.
is
Scary, this Lucas fucking going off in the chat, bro. Hilarious. Thank God. Now she can have homies to talk about it. I am free.
Lucas,
No, he made fun of me the entire time.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
He would just be like, "Oh, you're watching that again?" And I'm just like,
Oh.
"Yeah." And he says, "Like, how is Miss Lady Feather?" And I'm like, "That's not a character."
I am
He's just like-
so sorry, Lucas.
I don't know.
Yeah, to deal with
I'm so happy to be back podcasting.
Shout out to
Oh my
Mrs.
God.
Patmore. Shout out to Daisy. Shout out
Shout
to
out
all
to
the characters'
Daisy is
crew.
also
Macaulay
a character I have a
Culkin.
problem with. I have a problem with Daisy. As
Oh,
well.
Daisy!
I don't have a problem with Daisy.
She
Oh,
can't
Daisy.
fucking make up her mind. Make up your goddamn mind, lady.
Oh my God.
Come on.
She's a child.
Yeah,
know
but
what-
you know, make up your mind.
Kick the baby.
You know what character I like by the end quite enjoyed substantially? Sprat. Fucking Sprat.
Oh,
I will
Sprat's, oh my god, Sprat is amazing.
we'll talk
Amazing.
about the we'll do a PIP chat or like a mini series where we talk about like all like
I have
Downton
a really
Abbey.
hot take about Downton. I'll save it for that. I
Okay,
can't
you save
wait.
it. You save
Do a
it for
pip
that.
chat, watch the
We'll
movie.
We'll do like a mini series. We'll do like maybe
Y'all
6
gotta watch
episodes.
the movies.
We gotta do.
Well,
You know what
Harv,
we'll
have you
do?
seen the first movie?
I've seen everything except the latest thing.
Okay.
I've seen everything
So
else. I've seen everything
okay.
else.
If you
What I
gotta-
want to do,
there's 2 movies, you gotta watch them. So
what I
yeah.
want to do
Yeah.
is I want to go series by series. So
Yeah.
we can get like a nice like a 5 or 6 episodes.
That's
of
what I was saying.
Downton Abbey.
6 episodes. And then
Yeah.
we can do like a 7th episode where we
Yeah,
talk
'cause-
about the 2 movies.
Yeah, because I think each series is only 6 episodes, right, or something like that.
Ten.
isn't it?
No, it's so each
8 episodes?
series is 8 episodes plus
Yeah.
the Christmas
Plus the Christmas
episode.
special, yeah.
Except for season 1 because season 1 doesn't have a Christmas special,
Yeah, it
so it's
doesn't,
only
yeah.
8 episodes.
Yeah.
Boom.
You gotta earn that Christmas special.
Apparently they earned it quite substantially. Oh, by the way, the reason why I started watching Downton Abbey, like truly, is because I was rewatching The Crown again, and then I randomly got an actual like news article that was this like Queen Elizabeth's favorite television show, and it was Downton Abbey. She tuned in every Sunday when it came on, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm
Yeah, like
watching
every-
this
So
now.
real for her.
With her tea.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna be
everything.
like, for her, it's
Yeah.
probably it was fucking.
She
like,
used
oh,
to
this-
go.
you-
She
you
used to
know-
go to the like specifically the castle that's the Abbey, and she
You know what, for
apparently
her-
like when they were
For
watching.
her, it's like, dude, I want to go live my old life. I want to go watch this fucking show.
Imagine Elizabeth
Well-
was just like, "Oh shit, Crowley's fucking doing the thing and just doing this in the chair."
I guess she
Well,
wasn't
no.
alive when Downton Abbey was like when if you canonically when you think about it,
She was,
wasn't
like-
alive at the time.
She was
right?
an infant because she was
Yeah.
born in she, oh
like,
god,
It's in
05 or
what,
some shit.
1925.
So what you're saying-
1925.
So what you're saying is she would
When
pull it
does
up
the
in the
Titanic
like the
happen?
family.
The first series started in 1914, and then it like
Yes.
progresses substantially.
Because at
and
the
then
end of the first series, they say that the British are going to war.
so it's
So what you're saying
1918.
is she would watch the show and be like, "Yo, you said this on Downton Abbey, okay?
No, it's
All right,
like
we got evidence of it."
So she went like she.
Now
used
I
to-
have to rewatch the show again. I'm gonna.
Okay,
no, I'm
well,
gonna start-
Me too.
start it
Harv
again.
Harv and
Yeah.
I need to rewatch, and then we'll do a PIP series something about Downton Abbey. Oh god,
I mean, I'll
I
finish
can't
the
wait.
series. I'll finish.
Really
the entire
great.
series. I'll finish at least one of the series.
Yeah.
Harm's already watching
No.
it right now.
She
Yeah,
used
I'm already- that was
to
great.
she used to go to Highclere Castle, which was the castle from
Yeah.
which is
they
considered
held
Downton
it.
Abbey. And she's like apparently she would like talk about the fact that like they would get certain rooms wrong because she's just like that's not where that's supposed to go, and that's not what this looks like when you go in. But yeah, that's the surprise that I had. I didn't even like mention there was a surprise. So yeah, that is what I've been watching over the past few weeks. There've been a few other things, but I just wanted to cut it down because I knew Downton Abbey was going to take quite a substantial amount of time. But yeah, that's
What a show!
what a show.
Yeah, what a show. One of my favorites, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One of the series. I
I'm
think
a,
one of
I'm
the
a
series they
Downton
do go.
Abbey expert.
One of the series they do go to America, right? Was in one of the series.
Oh my god. You were literally talking about
the Gilded Age or whatever.
the Gilded
this
Age, which was
second-
supposed-
No. Okay, no. I'm thinking of the Crown for some reason. I don't know. I'm thinking of the Crown when they went to America and one of
Basically
the
the same
parts
thing
of
from what I
season.
know.
Yeah, that was season 2.
They
Yeah.
threatened for Mary to go to America at one.
Yeah,
Damn,
yes,
Mario
yeah.
left me
Yes.
here with these British watching
Mary
people.
is one of my favorite characters though. I
I
she's
love
fucking
Mary.
Still on it?
amazing.
Holy shit!
They're still talking
Yeah.
about it.
I'm
Good. Now,
sorry.
I'm not doing the patch notes, I'm
before
sorry.
we move on, Downton Abbey is one of like it is. I want to say it's criminally underrated, but I think it's rated.
Everybody
how it's
watches this. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Underrated.
How it's-
What?
It is an amazing show. It's only like 8 episodes per season,
It's the
but
goat.
like it's really good.
The go.
Yeah, no, it's I really enjoyed it overall. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. And I have cut a few things. But anyway, we'll talk about that once we get all that organized. We'll talk about what we've been reading. So I'm gonna start with Frank. I see that you've been reading a few manga. You want to tell us about that one, dude?
Yeah, there's a cool little app that you can get on iPhone and I guess Android. It's like the Shonen Jump app. It's dirt cheap, $1.99. It's actually going up $1. They sent me an email recently. They're like, yeah, it's now $2.99. I'm still okay with that.
I mean,
yeah, it's dirt fucking cheap. Yeah, no, but I've been reading some manga. I caught up on My Hero Academia. I left off at a certain point in the manga, basically where the show kind of left off last season. And I started from there. I'm now 100% caught up on the My Hero manga. Super good. I can't wait to see what they do with the animation on the show in terms of like where I am in the manga now, because I feel like that's the more interesting thing going on right now. And then of course, after I read My Hero Academia, I was like, okay, I want to get into a long form series again. So then, like every now and again while I'm at work, I'll just like pull up my phone. I'll be like, let me read a chapter really quick, right?
So you wanted to be there for
and
years.
I couldn't figure out what manga to do it with, and there was one manga that's kind of like stood under the radar because when people mention it, it's like one of those things where like if you're not into it like immediately, you don't necessarily give a shit. And that show is Bleach. I know a bunch of people in my friend group who absolutely love this show. It's by the time I like you could get into it, like, you know, watch it online and stuff like that. We're already talking about a ton of episodes already into this. I watched it when I was a kid and when it was on Adult Swim. Adult Swim only had like one season, if that. I don't think it even had a season. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going into Bleach. I literally heard the song, what the Ichigo's theme, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get into this. So now I'm 271 chapters in. I think this manga is like 600 to 900 chapters or something like that, something wild like that. So it's gonna take a while to finish it up, but I'm loving what I'm reading so far. I'm having a blast with it, and you know, just watching the original Bleach art morph into what we see today is kind of cool. But other than that and Chainsaw Man, but Chainsaw Man is like every 2 weeks, I want to say. So probably won't be talking about it until next podcast next year.
Nice. Cool. Let's just see here. I like mine's kind of mixed with what I've been listening to. I have been making my way through the full collection
Downtown.
of Sherlock Holmes audiobooks. So I've been listening to that. It is narrated by Sir Stephen Fry. So it is actually like it's really, really well done. He's a very good narrator. If you are not familiar, he also narrated things like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I believe Harry Potter, exactly. So he is really, really well known for that. And so I started listening to this a while ago, and I've been getting into a major, like, I know there's like a huge mess back here, but I have been getting into a cleaning kick recently. And so I just put that on and I just clean my apartment as I listen about the hijinks and shenanigans that Sherlock Holmes and Watson get into. So yeah, really, really well done. I'm very excited to finish that up. Mind you, I still have 40 hours left, and I've gotten through 12 hours so far, and I have to get through another 40. So we'll see if I get through that by at least mid-year next year. I'm just joking. I'm gonna listen to it a lot more. But yeah, that's what we've been reading. What we've been listening to. Sly, what have you been listening to?
I've been listening to a lot. I get in moods. Like if I'm having like a really good ear day or period of time, I'll get like really into like listening to music again. But it like comes and goes. So like lately I've been listening to a shit ton of music, including the new study playlist that I made that I'm super proud of. I think it's really good. It's called Laxus, and I mean, it's on all my profiles. You can find me at Cyclone on Apple Music and Spotify. It should be on both.
Nice.
And that's been really fun. On that playlist, somebody by the name of Elias, who I mentioned previously in the show, does the song Holy and the song Revolution from season 1 of Young Royals. So has 2 big songs from the show. Also has a lot of the other really good music. So I've just been listening to like a playlist of like all of his songs on shuffle. And then somebody I found on like somebody made a TikTok video about and I just recently found like earlier this week is Vincent Lima. I had never heard of him before. But also I've just been listening to like all of his music. Similar vibe, those two. They're both like kind of ballady music. Fun time. Also, listen, okay. Also on TikTok a while back, like I feel like Mikey Way had a moment on TikTok, and then I ended up on
Like how Mario's
songs
ears
Pete
peaked there.
once wrote about Mikey Way TikTok, and that
Okay.
like took over my entire TikTok feed, which was like people like discussing all of the songs Pete once wrote about him, right? And like I knew of this peripherally, but I had never like read the whole meta. And so I may have done that. And then I was like listening to all of those songs, and then I kind of just fell back into my Fall Out Boy era. Whoops. So I've been listening to a lot of Fall Out Boy. Fell right back into it. It's interesting revisiting it. I'm scared to go back to Mania because I wasn't a huge fan when that came out. I've been listening mostly to Believers Never Die, so just like, you know, the hits. And I'm also scared to go back to Save Rock and Roll because that was like I got really into Fall Out Boy like right around that time, right?
Yeah.
And so like I didn't like super engage with its release, but I remember listening to Fall Out Boy heavily when that was like the moment. And the rest of their discography has been just like I don't really remember that time. We love Trauma. Sorry. But like that album, every time a song from that comes on, I'm like, ooh, I am remembering things. That's not fun. So I've just been kind of avoiding that. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Fall Out Boy. It's fine. We're fine.
Man, here you speak about that a little bit. Specifically, my era with Fall Out Boy is pretty much the first 3 albums, and then after that, I don't. Give a- I think it's everything that you probably like more. But yeah,
no, I mean, I fell hard, right? So I was like super.
Yeah, it was like before Cork Tree and then after Cork Tree, and then that was it for me.
Yeah, I think Infinity on High was one of my favorites.
Gotcha.
But I really dug Take This to Your Grave.
That's the best album in my opinion.
Yeah, like Cork Tree is like the biggest. I feel like
it's definitely the biggest.
But Take This to Your Grave is just delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Infinity on High was one of my favorites. I wasn't a huge Folliadur fan. It's, you know, good. But Save Rock and Roll, like that's since that was like the moment that was a big part of it. Like that's a no skip album for me. Like every song on there has some strong association.
Gotcha.
And then I started to fall off around ABAP. That's when I was like, this is good. It was the first one that I was like super into them when it released. But yeah, it was fine. And then Mania, it was something. I want to revisit with clearer lenses on Mania, though.
Gotcha. So. Okay.
Fair enough.
But like Grand Theft Autumn is like probably one of my favorite songs.
Top tier. Where is your boy?
Nice. I'll have to check.
I are just having a moment now.
It's okay. Am I slightly confused on this trip? Absolutely.
Never listened to Fall Out Boy.
Oh man!
What? Get out of here, Grandpa.
Hold on.
I think I listened to like early Fallout, like a very early Fallout Boy.
Boom off. Boo.
Boom off.
Boom
Boo
off.
him off.
Boom off. I was like, what?
They said boom off.
I mean, yeah,
boo.
like I saw Fall Out Boy in concert. Like I was big fan.
What is the most famous?
Breaking news.
Sugar, we're going down.
Mario's got some breaking news.
Black Adam's on HBO Max. We eating, boys. We eating. I'm watching that tonight. I want to go to sleep.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
I'm gonna
Alright.
still avoid that like the
And
plague.
so we'll talk about what I've been listening to. Because I'm gonna talk about what I want to first. Harv, we'll go back to you. This doesn't have to only.
Harv, you just put
just
that in
added
there.
that in!
I'm trying to listen.
That wasn't
I
even
did.
in there. This whole podcast.
I'm
I know.
deleting the fucking
And you,
segment too.
one little section about Fall Out Boy, and you're like, you know what? I've listened to music before.
I can safely say anything that's on Fall Out Boy for the top 10 right now. I have no idea.
You've 100% listened to a Fall Out Boy song.
Not the
and
first,
you-
like,
and I know
popular
you,
song.
and I know for a fact you've bopped
You
to it
could-
too.
We're going down
Yeah.
in an early.
I just
You know that one.
Sugar, we're going down singing.
Also,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's a fly in your
What's
room
their early?
every now and
yeah, there
again.
is.
Okay.
There's fruit flies. Yeah. My parents
Fine.
gave me a bunch of fruit. and
Fucking
it was like-
EXO. Like they have so many songs that are just like
I mean,
everybody
You
recognizes.
watched a,
Dance
Dance
also-
Dance.
you watched a trailer to a movie and their song was in it.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I also just
Yeah.
want to say EXO's a really good K-pop band, but yeah, I'm just
It's also a great Fall Out Boy song.
but also a fantastic award-winning K-pop band. So we'll no, I personally I had this in the doc beforehand.
I know, right?
Is they Tom Cardy finally released his new album on Spotify, which has been a long time waiting. It's for anyone who doesn't know, Tom Cardy is a satirical kind of like he does a lot of music, like satirical music. It reminds me a lot of like if you're familiar with Flight of the Conchords, a little bit of like Lonely Island in a way, especially since I'm
Oh,
listening
very
to
Lonely Island.
very
actually.
Lonely Island example, Red Flags, which is about a guy who goes on a date and is like thinks it's like a really good date. She's really, really pretty. And then like they were like getting along. They talked about the fact they love dogs and everything. And then he asked her, like, what's your favorite film? And she said, the best movie of all, a masterpiece, Human Centipede. And so the entire song is just her talking about how much she loves the movie Human Centipede. And there's that.
Naughty
there's
or
all-
Nice is on there too.
Naughty or Nice.
This is great.
If you want a holiday song, perfect. And he also like disses Chris Pratt and putting it on an Italian accent and says that he's very naughty for doing that because Chris Pratt shouldn't be doing Mario. And then there's
Yeah,
like
Chris Pratt shouldn't be doing Wario.
another good one is
Who's doing
Paint That Lady, which is like essentially him like going on it once again, inviting a girl over to paint her. It's supposed to be like really sexual and really cool, but then he's just like, oh, the light changed, and now we have to repaint you. Oh, the lights changed a little bit and you sneezed, so now I have to draw you all over again. And so it's just like it's pure chaos. But it's actually really catchy and a really good, like, I listen to his music all the time. He posted a few of his songs last year, and was hoping
These are
that he
all
would-
songs that he posted on like TikTok and Shorts and stuff like
Exactly.
He's on YouTube too, I think, right?
And it's very
Yeah.
good. And a lot of them are also very relatable, and I hate it because there's one recently where he talks about like his roommates judge him because they're drinking out of like mason jars, and they're like, Tom, where are all the mugs? And then he's just like, they're in my room in my car. And the entire song is just him being shamed because he collects the mugs because he just gets thirsty at night and just forgets to take them back out of the kitchen. Like, son of a bitch. As I'm surrounded by mugs currently. It's a real big problem. But no, I really like it. If you like that type of music, would highly recommend it. He even did a cover of Flight of he covered Carol Brown by Flight of the Conchords, which is probably one of my favorite songs by Flight of the Conchords. Would highly recommend it. Chef's Kiss. So yeah, would highly recommend it. If you need like a little bit of a pick me up and need some silliness, I would highly recommend just going through and listening to literally the album is called Big Dumb Idiot. So go check out Big Dumb Idiot. And
I love that we're really coming from very different spectrums of emotion today.
100%. Sometimes you just need to be silly, and that's what
Yeah.
Tom Cardy's
that.
all
His
about.
stuff always puts a smile on my face. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, his music's pretty damn good.
Yeah, exactly. Why? You know what? I'm gonna specifically bring. I'm gonna start. I'm one.
I'll leave it
I'm
again.
angry. Two. Mario's leaving. I was about to talk about him, but this guy is fucking leaving like a jerk. No, I was gonna say, I successfully had 2 people have my music recommendations on their Spotify Wrapped. Which I'm like, fuck yeah. Was it a guy singing?
Christ.
Was he singing about depression and
I got depression.
I got depression.
Yeah.
Jesus
Funny
is
enough,
the
that's
one.
actually not the
R.I.P.
song
Betty
that,
White.
I'm pretty sure
she's not dead yet.
I'm pretty sure Mario's was I want to say Fafo. I think it was his like.
Oh
top
yeah,
played
it was
one.
that. But no, I personally, that's my favorite song is Jesus is the one. Because I got depression. That's my go-to.
Yeah, we're talking about Zach
Good
Fox,
one.
man. The man, the myth, the legend, the 2-time Grammy-winning, not really didn't win anything artist of the like last 4 years.
You know what's crazy? He's in Abbott Elementary. Like literally the ABC.
Really?
Yeah, he fucking is. He's the boyfriend.
Yeah,
He's
Mario's
the
been watching a
washed
show
up
with him
rapper
on it.
boyfriend.
Yeah,
And it's so good.
apparently he's really good on the show.
He's so good. He's so fucking good. It makes.
I was
it
wondering,
so-
like, what happened to Zach Fox? What he's been? Apparently, he's just been on TV.
Yeah, becoming Emmy nominated.
Emmy
Just-
nominated.
I can't believe you guys. This is on your fucking Spotify
Yeah.
Wrapped.
Actually, what is my Spotify rap? I think he was like number 1 too on there.
He
definitely wasn't
was.
number
He
one.
was your number one.
I don't think it was number 1. There's no way. I've listened to
I
other people
love
more
that
than
for
him.
I know it was a
you.
bunch of like DMCA music because of fucking streaming.
I mean, his music is so good.
What?
Are you
I
in his
just
top
opened my
5%?
fucking Spotify and it says picked for you. Check out the new EP from Zach Fox now.
Oh,
He
it is.
just
What tip?
released music.
Like today?
There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 tracks on this.
He literally released it in 2022.
This is a new EP.
He released it yesterday. He released it fucking yesterday.
No fucking shot that we were talking about Zach Fox and open my Spotify.
let me tell
music
you.
from him.
Let me list off the EP. There's number 1, Triflin'. Number 2, Holding On. 3,
Look at the picture.
Only Thing on My Mind. And then 4 is Can't Fight the Devil. What the fuck?
Mario, breaking news: Zach Fox just released new music.
Fuck what?
a new. I literally went to my Spotify to go grab my Wrapped really quick, and this came up, and it's an album called Wood Tip. It's a new EP, and Fee, go ahead and read those
Okay.
titles for me one more time.
By the way, you all need to go listen to Can't Fight the Devil because it is giving major like Gambino vibes, and I'm fucking dying.
Ooh.
It is.
Oh, I can't
It's
wait.
funky. Oh, Diamond Cafe is just known for like really funky music. Oh my god, it's
You know,
so
after
good.
the
Okay.
podcast, it's 11
Anyway.
minutes long, so after
Yeah,
the podcast, we can listen to this really quick.
Yeah, we'll listen to it together. There's Triflin' is number 1. 2 is Holding On. 3, Only Thing on My Mind. And then 4 is Can't Fight the Devil.
I don't know if you can get a picture of. I always love Zach Fox's fucking album art. This man is king at making the dumbest fucking album art. It's him
This is
just
so
squatting.
good. What the fuck?
Love
This
It's
is
just him squatting with a blunt in
inappropriately
his mouth.
good.
Just him squatting in the middle of nowhere with a fucking blunt in his mouth, looking like Major Payne.
What is this? This is so fucking good. I'm very
All right,
angry.
stop listening to it. We're gonna listen to it together.
Oh, okay, I'll stop listening. I'm so angry.
For the uninitiated, I don't think we've actually talked about it on the podcast. One night, me, Fee, and Mario, we sat here, and Fee's like, "Have you guys heard this song?" And we started listening to it.
I
got
was there
depression.
too.
Were you there?
Yeah, everyone was here.
Oh,
Everyone
Were
was
you-
here.
were you- I don't think you were there for the
Everyone
second
was
part. I don't think you were there for the second part.
Yeah.
So after we listened to that song, we started to go through every fucking song Zach Fox had.
Yes.
Every single one of them. Rating them like, oh, this is a fucking banger. And we went to every single EP.
Yep.
And yeah, it was worth it. It was really good. I have a lot of those songs in my Spotify now.
On the block,
I was
bang.
just like, yeah, like let's talk about like I literally said like guys, because every so often I find some music because I like listening to everything, like everything. And
was like, I have something you all need to listen to right now immediately.
one of the best things I ever listened to.
Jesus is the one.
And Frank got mad at me because I haven't shown this to him our
Yeah, I was
entire
pissed.
friendship.
Like, how the fuck do you find somebody on the internet that's lyrics are I stuck my dick in a what the fuck was it in a bottle of Thousand Island dressing because I got depression. you how the fuck you keep that under my radar for so long?
I'm sorry. It's one of those things where you're like, I don't know if it's one of those things where you're like, I know about this and I know it's like really good, but at the same time you're just like, do I like introduce this to anybody? Because like it's just like one of those things where it's just like it's pushing the limit a little bit. Jesus is the One I Got Depression is a song, by the way, that he completely freestyled and pissed off the DJ who actually made it, which was Kenny Beats, because Kenny was just like, this is not how this is supposed to go.
Yeah,
this is not how this entire like set's supposed to go. What Kenny Beats used to do was he used to invite rappers and like different like artists to come and like do a few verses. This guy does an entire song. And then everyone's like loving it. You can tell Kenny hates it. And then like they even went on Genius together because then he had to sit there as Zach explained the lyrics to it, which by the way were very profound. And I was just like, how are you coming up with this stuff?
Sometimes you just gotta write lyrics about the medieval times.
It's just so like it's above and beyond. So I like honestly that is like. I was introduced to this one day. I was at work. A friend of mine was just like, Fiona, go to your desk, watch this fucking video. And I'm like, excuse me? And they're like, just listen to it. And I listened to the lyrics. I'm like, God damn it, this is good. And so I kept on like listening to it's just one of those things. Zach Fox is really great.
Just give you a reference to one of his best albums called Shut the Fuck Up Talking to Me.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Marinate, also a fantastic song.
Really fun.
So yeah, if I had to say like what's a musician that I just never talk about, it's Zach Fox.
Oh, there's a video.
I'm not shocked. But yeah, that is what we been I'm just joking. What have you been listening to? What have you been
What have we been listening to?
Yes.
I just wanted to shout out to the Sidemen. I don't know if you guys know who the Sidemen are. They're
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they brought it. Every year they bring out a Christmas song, and they do like 100 versus 100,000. So you got that's your budget, like $100 over $100,000 of budget. Everybody go listen to $100,000 budget. It's called Christmas Drillings. It's how they killed Santa, and it's great. It is such. If you like drill music, if you like UK drill like rap. It is awesome. It is really well done.
Fucking love UK drill rap. UK drill rap is the shit.
It's really fucking good. It's really
send me that link actually. Well, if you can, you have it.
Yeah, no. I
also, by the way, Sly, they have built-in subtitles for the entirety of this music video.
The Zach Fox one?
In full on, very easly to read, bold font. Like they were just I'm getting Arial Black, like triple XL, and putting this in the video.
Oh my god! It is. I would mention Zach Fox video is 11 minutes of him, I'm guessing, in a parking lot smoking a blunt.
Not shocked.
And just walking around and just like dancing.
I see it.
It's 11 fucking minutes of this.
All right,
Harv, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, before we continue, I've watched a little bit of this video. This looks like a literal like K-pop like music video.
Oh yeah,
100%.
There's parody in there too.
It's 100% like I'm pretty.
KSI starts a little bit of his verse.
Oh my god,
it's very parody like, but it's really good. I've been really addicted to it because I like I'm a big rap fan, so I like rap music, and I've started to get into drill, UK drill a little bit more, and I actually really like the beat. I like the cadence of it. One of the things that I've been listening to is Stormzy. If I don't know if people know who Stormzy is, he had a song this way back with Ed Sheeran, which was Back to London, and he had two other artists on there as well. That drill is fucking awesome. That UK drill is so fucking good. So
you're a fan of rap? Name every rap song.
Name
You're a fan
every
of
rap song.
The name every rap song. Such a good fan.
Every rap song.
Don't
I mean,
point.
Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time.
Every
so.
rap song.
Yeah,
Oh my
every rap
God.
song. But yeah, it's really good. That's all I wanted to say.
Full chaos. All right, everybody. So that is going to be it for this week. We're going to hold off on our
Straight up.
patch notes for next episode, because I think if we have we can sit down and have like a full discussion, and especially with some of our ideas. So we'll hold off, because I actually want to sit down and actually make a chart, and we're going to save that Excel sheet. So by the way, Lucas, if you're still listening, we're making another Excel chart.
There's one thing though
What?
that we all need to acknowledge,
What?
and it happened that Elden Ring is Game of the Year. And let's fucking go. Game of the Year from IGN.
Shut. Cut the mic.
GameSpot.
Cut the mic.
Fucking Game
Mute 'em.
Awards.
Mute 'em.
Cut the mic. Mario.
Damn it.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. So anyway, congratulations, Elden Ring.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats.
Other
to,
Miyazaki.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
the other Miyazaki.
The other Miyazaki.
Out of the infamous Miyazaki duo, they have not made anything together at all. Ever,
Imagine.
but
I really cannot wait for the day when the Miyazaki's team up. That will
Oh
be
my
the
God.
most incredible
It is gonna
product
be. It's
we've
gonna
ever
be
seen.
wholesome plus fucked up at the same time.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Here's
be
the
fucked
deal.
up wholesome shit.
if you've ever really looked at the undertones of a Studio Ghibli film,
It's all
it's
pretty dark.
all fucked up.
already.
It's pretty dark.
It's already it's really dark, and I could see
Yeah.
him being like, "This is the I've gone out of retirement 5 times, but here's my last final note," and it's like, this is what all of you are doing to the planet, and we're gonna make it
Mhm.
Elden Ring style, and it's gonna be like people
mean, Ni no Kuni is just basically that. Like the beginning of Ni no Kuni, the first game is fucking
Yeah.
dark.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
Very dark.
I mean, if you for example, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, the
Yeah.
entirety of the human race is getting destroyed, and then they it took them decades to realize that it was their own fault. I'm sorry, it's 40 years old at this point, but it's depressing. So yeah, I could definitely see them making something together. I think it would be pretty cool.
Also, we figured out why George R.R. Martin was in the project.
Yeah,
Like-
can you actually really quick? Can you explain to me what the fuck his involvement was in that whole story?
He
He did the lore.
he did the lore that was supposed to be 5,000 years before Elden Ring. Something happened before Elden Ring.
Oh, okay.
He
He's
needs
like the
to
guy that did
focus
the
on his
history
book, not Elden Ring. Get someone else.
I've moved on. I've moved on.
He
I
said
don't
he's
give a
finished
fuck about Game-
75%. That was 2 months
He's
ago.
got 500 pages
I've
left.
moved on now.
he
I
said.
don't care about fucking Game of Thrones anymore.
Oh, you will
Oh my
though.
God.
You
done.
will.
No,
Though.
I'm
when
done.
it's
I'm
out,
done.
when
I
it's
can't.
out, you will.
It's a
Oh my
book.
God.
Nobody's gonna care. It's just a book.
You are. I know you are.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyway,
okay, if
on
you're on
that,
book talk, yes, you will care. If you're on
Book
book
talk.
talk,
as someone who is on Book Talk perpetually, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
in
a
the
whole-
mainstream. I think Game of Thrones. How's the dragon? It's the hot D. That's what the main thing is now.
The hottest D in the market.
And on that note, we are going to end it here, everybody. We're gonna do a quick around, I guess, quick roundtable of asking where everyone can find you. Starting off with Frank, where can everyone find you on the internet?
You can find me at twitter.com/thefrankgv. You can find me on here at Point in Progress at YouTube, where we will make more content and talk about stuff every week and be here.
Excellent.
You might find me on Hive. I don't know yet. I'll be real with you. I have no idea where the fuck anybody's migrating to. I don't think anybody's really going to 100% migrate to anything, so I don't want to start
stopped
anything.
caring at this point.
I'm with Harv on this one.
I've stopped caring.
I don't know if we're actually. The people are saying Mastodon, people are saying Hive. I don't know where the fuck we're migrating to. I don't even know if we are migrating. So you know what? I don't even know if I'm making an account in there. But if I do, you can probably find me with the same social name as Twitter on those. If I do.
Okay,
going down with the ship, unfortunately.
going down with the ship. Yeah, I mean,
Going down.
Yeah.
Earlier round.
God, where
I'm
did
the
you
music.
go?
I'm the
I'm sorry,
musicians.
Fiona really set that one up. I thought she was going for it.
I'm the musicians on the Titanic. I'm fucking going down with the ship. All right.
Can't wait to see what Avatar 2.
Anyways,
We're-
you can
we're
find
gonna-
me
okay.
everywhere on the internet at SlyCloneMC. Speaking of book talk, I did impulse make a NetGalley account and got approved for some books. So that might be a thing I'm doing. We'll see. And you can find me on Will Throw the After Party at AfterPartySHO everywhere. And now that I'm not dying from finals, we'll figure out MCU.
Yes.
Sick.
I'm excited.
Sick.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about some more MCU with some of you at some point. But yeah, we'll talk about that later on. Harv, where can everyone find you on the interwebs?
You can find me here, Point in Progress. The only other thing I also wanted to say is Elden Ring's Game of the Year.
Cut the mic. Actually, cut the video. Cut everything.
Oh my god. Okay. Mario, where can everyone find you on the internet?
You can find me here at Point in Progress.
Got kicked the
where I'll
fuck
be doing
out.
a lot of new stuff in the new year. So please let me know.
He's talking.
You can find me at that Mario Rivera as well. Take care.
Okay, fantastic. And you can find me over on
he doesn't. I don't think he knows. He's still
Point in
talking.
Progress. Harv doesn't know what's happening to him currently, and it's pretty great.
Harv is going on a whole ass raid right now.
We're just gonna let him go.
Elden Ring is the best thing ever. You don't understand. Miyazaki put so much effort into this. The world, the lore, the people. It's the goat. The goat.
Oh my god. So yeah, you can find me over on twitter.com/Zeranix, also twitter.com/Point in Progress, because I'm usually the person who posts over there. You can also find me over, probably we'll do some like fun like board game streams over on twitch.tv/Point in Progress. Also, since I'm on vacation, I am going to be doing some streams over on twitch.tv/Zeranix. So I am going to be doing my own stuff. We'll probably be playing some detective games. So definitely check it out. I probably will work on some art. Harv, if he makes it through the night because of the embolism that he's currently causing himself.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
What were you even talking about, dude? Like,
I was just talking about Elden Ring the entire time.
I know.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, you know what? If you can read lips, then figure it out, man. Just figure it out.
Oh my god.
Fuck around and find out. You know, fuck around and find out.
Fefo.
Okay.
On that note.
All right, well, everybody, just you and I, as the ladies from Twin Peaks might say, I will see you next week. And progress has been made.
Shout out to Anne Rice.
Shout out to Anne Rice.
I guess.
Shout out to Gwendolyn
Anne Rice.
Christie.
Shout out to Anne
Elden
Rice.
Ring.
Shout out to Zach
Fuck
Fox.
Ed Rice. Shout out to Zach Fox.
Yeah, shout out to Zach Fox.
Shout out mental illness.
Shout out to the Queen.
Shout out mental illness.
Shout out chat. Thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of
Yes,
fun.
thank you,
Yep.
everyone in chat. It's been great. Thank you for sticking
Yeah,
around.
Lucas, I was yelling out "Goaty" for like a good like 20 seconds because you said "Goaty," so I was yelling that out. Yeah, I was like "Goaty." Fuck yeah, let's go. It's "Goaty."
Lucas, you haven't even played Elden Ring. How do you know?
Damn.
Just stirring the fire.
Called out.
Oh my god. At this point, I may as well just get it
Shout out to
on
Randy.
Play it on Steam Deck.
Steam. I
That is not
already have
something
so
you'd
many-
want to play on Steam Deck.
it apparently
It worked
runs
pretty
really
well
well
when I
on
did.
Steam
Yeah,
Deck.
it runs terrific on Steam
I
Deck.
would play that on a TV or on a
I'm just
monitor.
saying right now that it is
honestly.
considered one of the best games to play on Steam Deck,
Yeah,
according
if
to
you
like
want-
literally
don't
everyone.
doubt it.
Super responsive.
Steam Deck in half.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying it looked.
Harv's
like it'll be-
enthusiasm is infectious. Are you gonna play Elden Ring now? Are
Guys,
we getting
Elden Ring is really fucking
All right,
good.
mute him,
Play
mute him,
fucking
mute him, mute
Elden
him.
Ring.
Get him quick.
All right, with
Pretty
that.
sure-
Okay, stream. Okay, end the stream. We're gonna leave. We're gonna
Alright.
see you guys next week. We'll post if we're doing
Lucas,
anything.
play
over
Elden
on the-
Ring. Okay, play Elden Ring.
All right.
Lucas,